San Antonio High School Football Showcase is coming up next on KCWX.
The Alamo Dome is the place to be for high school football on this Friday afternoon, the day after Thanksgiving, and welcome to the Alamo Dome as the Brennan Bears take on Austin Westlake. I'm Andy Everett along with Jay Riley, two football powers in high school football. Of course, we know about the blue blood level of Westlake, but Brennan's been pretty good as well.
Brennan has been very good since their beginnings. They have a state championship game to their resume, and obviously Westlake is one of those that all you have to do is mention Westlake and people know who you're talking about.
Both these teams trying to get to week 3 of the high school football playoffs, and we'll have the kickoff and the keys to the game coming up next. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
No matter where you live or what you drive, the North Park Blue Bonnet family of dealerships can serve you conveniently and efficiently. Like the Blue Bonnet dealerships in New Braunfels and Audi North Park in Selma. You'll get no hassle posted pricing and a 48-hour return policy on every new or pre-owned truck, car, or SUV. And we'll deliver your new vehicle to any location in Central or South Texas. The K-Lig Auto Group, the North Park Blue Bonnet family of dealerships, or online at kligauto.com.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Are the road team for today's game. The designated visitors, Steve Bazier, had a great week of practice as these two teams get ready for today.
Yeah, it's been a great week of practice. It's always exciting when you get to play in Thanksgiving, and the kids have been pretty excited, and playing Westlake in the Dome right after Thanksgiving. I mean, I told them that's kind of what they write books about and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we have a storybook ending to this and play a great game and come out with a victory. So that's what we planned for, that's what we practiced for, and great opportunity tonight. So hopefully we can pull that off.
Todd Dodge also trying to get his team ready for this week, and he's used to this time of the year.
Well, it's been awesome. This is something that we talk about in our program about winning a district championship and then be playing on Thanksgiving weekend in practice. And it's a really a neat time in our program and all over the state of Texas. Most people have been out of school all week. It's a different schedule, but there's a lot of bonding. Kids get to spend a lot more time together. We had our annual Turkey Bowl on Wednesday. Which was all of our younger players that come up, get a scrimmage, and that's always big. So we've had a great week, and we're ready for a great game tonight.
Keys to the game today presented by the K-Lig Auto Group, and Jay's got those for Brennan.
Yeah, for Brennan, be typical Steve Bazier team, be physical. They also want to control the tempo of the game, to shorten the game, running the ball, and defense, they have to limit those chaparral explosive plays.
Coral Riggs is the third member of our crew. She's down on the sideline with the keys to the game today for Westlake.
For Westlake, they are favored to win this game. However, they have to start fast. We saw Brennan come back and beat Johnson last week within the last minutes of the game. They also have to impose their will on offense. The physicality and athleticism of Brennan on defense has to be stopped. Secondary also needs to show up for the Chaps. The Bears have a very athletic passing attack, and that is underrated. Westlake's defense needs to come prepared.
All right, some keys to the game today. Westlake won the toss. They deferred, so the Bears will have the football to start play here in the first quarter.
Is this an exciting time of year? I mean, high school football playoffs right here in the Alamo Dome, triple header.
Yeah, that's why it's the place to be in San Antonio for high school football. Just a whole bunch of games today. Earlier today, we saw the Judson Rockets take care of Reagan. And later on tonight, it will be Cibolo Steel, I believe, right in the Dome?
Taking on the Brandeis Broncos for the nightcap at 8 p.m. Obviously, right here on KCWX TV2. Judson Reagan was a real close game to start off. 7-7 right at the beginning of the second quarter, and then that Judson Rocket athleticism, explosiveness just took it to the next level, and I believe that final is a 63-21 win for the Judson Rockets, who move on. A great year for the Reagan Rattlers getting to the second round of the playoffs.
Gabriel Lozano's the kicker for Austin Westlake. Silver pants, the blue jerseys. Brennan Bears, the yellow with the white jerseys and the black numbers and helmets.
This should be a very physical game, Andy. Brennan comes in, that Steve Bazier style of football there. The Austin Westlake defense has only given up 98 points this year. They're very physical as well.
Jordan Smith and Darian Tolfree are deep. And it will be Tolfree if he wants to run it out, and he does. Coming to the 10-yard line, out to the 15, and gets to the 17-yard line on the kickoff return. So that's where Brennan will operate on the first series of the game. Offensive line, Isaiah Walker leads the team out there, along with Linderman, Reyes, Kirk, and Brown. Their receivers, Castillo, Niblett, Smith, and Tolfree. Tolfree's a great player for them, and Ramos, Flores, and Arviello in the backfield.
This Brennan Bear team puts up about 400 yards a game. Let's see how they get out of the blocks.
Jordan Smith is wide to the right. 50 receptions on the year for him, and a straight eye formation on the first play of the game. And off right tackle, not much going on the right side. Westlake defense stands up. Javon Grimes, the defense for Westlake. Robertson, Collins, Neal, and Duncombe up front. A 4-3 look with our 4-2 look with Ellinger and Penn Cohen in the linebacker core, and Lowen, Webster, Luther, and Wilson, the defensive backs. Lowen's got 4 picks on the year for Austin Westlake.
And Luther follows that up with 13 interceptions on the year. That secondary is pretty good.
Second down and a long 9 coming up here on this second play of the game. And into the gun for the first time. Handoff goes inside. Nice run up the middle. And down to the 40-yard line. Armani Arvello found a seam off left tackle, and he's all the way out to the 39.
In the district championship game against O'Connor, the pseudo-district championship game, Arvello was injured, and everybody thought that it was a severe injury, but Arvello able to come back. Obviously, the leg injury from that game isn't showing right there. The explosiveness was awesome.
21 yards on that play for Austin Westlake, or for Brennan. Westlake defense, that 4-2 look. Handoff again inside, and this time the Chaps haven't figured out. It'll be a loss back to the 37-yard line. William Robertson makes the tackle.
Yeah, that Westlake defense has been stiff all year. Up front, they're strong. They've got a lot of agility, very athletic. And that Brennan offensive line has a lot cut out for it today to be able to move those guys around, open up some running lanes, and chew up the clock for the Brennan Bears.
Keep an eye on Darian Tolfree. 35 receptions this year. He's also carried it 38 times. Jordan Flores in the gun. He'll drop the throw, and he'll take off running. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Not much there for Flores. And the first third down of the day. 2,257 yards passing on the year for Jordan Flores. 23 touchdowns and only 8 picks.
Boy, this is a big play already early in this game. Again, Brennan wants to extend this game or shorten this game by extending their drives, eating up the clock. And here's a big 3rd and 9 for the Brennan Bears.
Drew Ellis, another good player for Brennan, out wide to the right. Wide receiver on the left side and a wing on the right, and they look to the sideline for the new play call. An extra defensive back as Westlake goes to the dime package, and now we have a delay of game against Brennan. Or actually, I think they got to a timeout.
Yeah, just couldn't figure out what they wanted to do on that 3rd and 9.
Timeout, 9:23 to play in the first quarter. This is high school football showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company. Oh, wait a second.
Timeout.
They got the timeout.
The officials are as confused as we are.
All right, timeout. This is the high school football showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
At Thomas J. Henry, we strive to provide the best client experience in the industry. But don't take our word for it. See what our clients have to say. If you've been injured, call Thomas J. Henry.
Flores threw an incomplete pass on 3rd down, so on 4th down, the Bears will have to kick it away. Andrew Bentley kicks it. Line drive kick over the head of Sage Luther, and that ball's going to go inside the 10. A terrific kick, and inside the 5, down around the 3-yard line, 2-yard line, still going. Down around the 2, and great kick and great defensive field position for Brennan after having to kick it away after not converting that 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, I mean, what a break there. Just a great roll, great kick by Brennan. And now their defense, which has been given a great position right here to hold the Westlake Chaparrals inside the 1-yard line. This is a scary time for that Chaparral offense. They're going to have to be pretty conservative, or typically you would think they would.
That spread 4 wide receiver look for Todd Dodge in the offense for Westlake. Keep an eye on number 2, Penny Baker, 10 touchdown receptions on the year. Taylor Anderson's in the gun on the first play of the game from deep in his end zone, and he fires downfield. He's got a guy open. It's Mangum at the 50, to the 40, to the 30. He's going to score. That's 98 yards for Austin Westlake.
I think they're going to make that officially 99. It is just one of those things. You talk about being conservative, but this is the playoffs. This is Todd Dodge. He's not going to be conservative. He's going to throw it out of his own end zone and get a 99-yard touchdown pass to Mason Mangum. He's a junior, so he'll be back next year. He averages 19 per reception. I think it just went up a little bit.
Yeah, Gabriel Lozano's on to try the point after for Austin Westlake. How about a one-play 99-yard drive?
Well, that we talked in the pregame keys to victory. Here's the kick.
It is good. And with 8:45 to play in the first quarter, 7-0. Austin Chaparrals on top. This is the high school football showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Newly reported cases of STDs are on the rise. Often, individuals don't know they are infected. Protect yourself and follow safe practices. Get tested and know your status. The scariest things in life are the unknown. To get tested, call the number on your screen.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
Hi, I'm Joel Dolly, and welcome to the Mission Open Air Market. It's been a long time since the Mission Drive-In days, and we've grown to over 60 acres of the biggest bargains in Texas. Remember this every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'll see you here.
A lot of firepower offensively, and they show it on the first series of the game with a 99-yard touchdown pass to Mangum, and it's 7-0. Chaparrals on top early on. This team is 10-1 coming into the game today, Jay, and they have some explosive firepower. They only lost once this year earlier in the season to Cy Ranch, and they're still in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, they're an undefeated team out of the Houston area, and that was a 25-21 game. Everyone else that Austin Westlake has played, they have pretty much destroyed. Even their crosstown or right down the street rival, Lake Travis, they defeated 44-14. So this is a very good Austin Westlake team, and just the nerves to call that play.
Toll-free back deep. He's got another chance to return this one at the 3. Out to the 10, back up the middle. A little bit of a seam, but it closes in a hurry at the 21-yard line.
Blake Chambers, typically you're a linebacker coming in on special teams. That's his second tackle on special teams today, and it looks like there's a little path for Toll-free to get through, but it closes up pretty quickly.
Jordan Flores out for the second series. We'll see Ellis and Smith and Toll-free, mainly their wide receivers. As I mentioned earlier, Jordan Smith with 50 receptions and 12 touchdowns this year, and Darian Toll-free's got 19 TDs. Jordan Flores in the gun. His running back's to his left. He'll throw over the middle, and it's caught at the 26-yard line. Hauled in there by Toll-free.
Toll-free is their go-to guy. He runs the ball, especially out of the jet sweep formation, and catches the ball very well, averaging right about 19 yards per reception. He's the deep threat that the Brennan Bears need to hit some explosive plays with.
Jordan Smith, their leading receiver, yards-wise with 1,211 out there to the right. And here's Arvello, and he's bottled up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on that sweep to the right, and tackled by William Robertson. It's obvious that Brennan needs to kind of extend this game with some long, sustained drives because of the firepower of Austin Westlake.
Well, we have already witnessed the explosiveness on a 99-yard touchdown pass. So absolutely, Brennan wants to make sure they get long, sustained drives, pick up third downs when they have them, and try to get ahead of the sticks in the first two plays to start with to have manageable third downs.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 now. Was 2nd and 4, but a 2-yard loss makes it 3rd and 6. Here's another inside handoff. Arvello trying to get to the corner. He's going to get the first down as he gets across the 30-yard line.
Wow, that's just great vision there by Arvello. There was nothing right up the middle, so he bounces it outside, picks his way through, and then hurdles his way to the first down.
That'll get another couple of minutes off the clock, at least for the Brennan Bears, as they try to methodically move the football.
Well,
Play clock's at 20 as they break the huddle.
Sorry about that, Andy. You can't say the Brennan defense is tired after the first Westlake drive.
2 in a bunch on the right side, 1 to the left. And here's the handoff inside to Arvello, and he's bottled up for a loss back to the 31, 2-yard loss. And now they're behind the change at 2nd down and 12.
Well, there's William Robertson again, defensive lineman. He's a senior. We've called his name several times already here early in the game. That's just a very active and difficult to block defensive line for Westlake. And Brennan's going to have to find a way to keep those guys out of the backfield so quickly.
2nd down and 12. Smith over to the right side. And a wing on the left. Jordan Flores will throw to the right side. It's caught at the 40-yard line, out to about the 42. Called in by Jordan Smith.
Yeah, very soft coverage on the far sidelines, as you could see, by the defensive back. And Jordan Flores takes advantage of that, throws it over to Jordan Smith, picks up enough to, they do move the chains. It was enough for a first down.
They give him the 43-yard line. Almost halfway through the first quarter as we approach 6 minutes to play. Austin Westlake with the lead 7-0 on that 99-yard touchdown pass on the first offensive play of the game for the Chaparrals. Jordan Smith on the right side. And a quarterback keeper off the right side. They try that little quarterback draw. He'll get a yard or two out to the 45-yard line. But this is the makings of a very methodical drive for Brennan, and they've got to shorten the game by limiting the Chaparrals' possessions.
Yeah, they just want to grind this out. It wouldn't break Brennan or Coach Bazier's heart for this to be an 8-minute, 15, 16-play drive and get it in for the touchdown. Already down to under 5.5 to go in the first quarter.
Toll-free out to the right, and Jordan Smith comes to the left on this 2nd down and 8 play. Here's a ball is hit and loose around the 40-yard line. Picked up by Austin Westlake. This is going to be a fumble recovery for an Austin Westlake touchdown. Ben Packenine comes in with a fumble recovery, and the Chaps have a 13-0 lead.
trying to see who came in and put the hit on Jordan Flores. It looked like the left defensive end, which might have been Williamson again, or Robertson, excuse me. We're getting the replay now. Number 15, it looked like Drew Webster came on a blitz and came in there and broke some things up, separated Anderson from the football, and a scoop and score for the Westlake Chaparrals. And Brennan finds themselves in a hole early in this game. 5:09 to go, pending the extra point.
Well, Gabriel Lozano was out there to try the extra point, and his holder didn't get the message that they had scored. So Mason Magnum comes out there, and they take the delay of game penalty instead of the timeout. So this will be a little bit longer on the extra point try.
I've never understood taking a timeout for an extra point. They go back above 5 yards.
It's 25 instead of 20.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, lightning in a bottle here for Westlake. They score on a one-play, 99-yard pass, and now a scoop and score.
The extra point is right down the middle, and it's 14-0. Chaparrals with an early and quick lead on Brennan. It looked like that Brennan was going to get there, that short drive going, but they got stalled out because of the turnover. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Football fans, if there's one thing we know, it's this. Titles are earned with hard work and dedication. After all, dynasties aren't built in a day. Just like we didn't become the #1 Ram volume dealer in Texas overnight. At Bluebonnet Chrysler Dodge Ram, we're proud to be at the top of our league.
Right now, you can get an amazing offer on over 800 Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram vehicles in stock. So head to New Braunfels, the truck capital of Texas, or shop online at bbdodge.com.
Chaparrals, Jay, they've touched the ball twice. Once on offense, once on defense, and they lead 14-0. It's pretty effective.
Yeah, pretty efficient. You touch it twice, you score twice. And that was Drew Webster coming from his strong safety position to catch up to Flores, Flores, and hit him right in the back. Never saw it coming. Ball pops out, scoop and score. And the Westlake Chaparrals have everything going their way as Ben Pinconian is able to scoop it up and go in for the touchdown.
Smith and Tolfree back deep again. Here's Lozano. This one straight up in the air and will be caught by one of the guys up front at the 18. Coming back to the left, ran into his own man, then runs into a Chaparral player. The return man was True Ellis, and he didn't get very far. I think they're going to give him the 20.
And 3 kicks.
Tackled by Blake Chambers.
3 kicks, 3 special teams tackles now by Blake Chambers. Brennan may want to seek him out and figure out how to put a helmet on him because he's giving him no room to breathe in the kick return game. Well, this again, Brennan still can go with their game plan. It's only a 14-point deficit. The game plan is to control the clock. They get down much more, Andy, and they're going to have to start putting the ball in the air.
Well, and when you control the clock like they were earlier on, you can't have drives stalled because of turnovers. Here's an option play to the left. And Flores will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. David Neal, the tackler for Austin Westlake.
Yeah, just trying to come down the line of scrimmage and keep looking for a hole to open up, and nothing was there, and Neal came up, stopped him for no gain.
Down to 4:40 to play in this first quarter. Already 14-0. Austin Westlake with the lead. As we said, they touched the ball twice. A 99-yard touchdown and a scoop and score on a turnover. 3 wide receivers in the pattern on this play. And a little look in over the middle, and it's caught by Marcus Niblet Castillo, their tight end, and he gets minimal yardage out to the 25. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Pretty good pop there from the linebacker. Or actually, that's one of the safeties coming up. That's Doak Wilson. Doak Wilson comes up and puts a good pop on him. Surprised the ball didn't come pop out of there. That's a pick and pull collision if I've ever seen one right there.
Brennan with a lot of time in the huddle. They'll break the huddle. The play clock's already down at 10, so this doesn't give you a lot of time to change the play if you need to. True Ellis to the left and 2 to the right. Down to 2, they get it off. Here's Flores. He's got to run with it. He's going to get to the 30-yard line, and he's going to get the first down out to about the 33.
Keep an eye out today during this game. Go to johnwayne.com and vote for your player of the game, and we will announce that, Andy. You and I will pick the John Wayne player of the game at the end of the broadcast, but you also have a chance to win a $25,000 home makeover from our friends at John Wayne Service Company.
Jordan Smith comes to the left, a lone wide receiver on this play. 1st and 10 at the 34. Another handoff off left tackle, and nowhere to go for Amani Arvello. Jake Ellinger comes in to make the tackle. He's related to somebody who plays in Austin.
Yeah, his older brother plays for the Texas Longhorns. You may have recognized the starting quarterback, and it's my understanding that Texas has offered the young Ellinger a preferred walk-on scholarship at the University of Texas as well.
Ellis and Tolfree come to the left. They switch Marquise Diblet-Castillo as a wing on the right and move Jordan Smith out of the backfield over on the right side. Here's Flores to throw again. Has time, throws. It's caught at the 45. Jordan Smith down the right sideline. Flag goes down as he gets into Chaparral territory for the first time.
Yeah, I think that Leo Lowen was shoved by Jordan Smith on that play. I think the flag coming out is going to go against the Brennan Bears for offensive pass interference, and I think that play's coming back. We saw Lowen just go flying across the field looking for
offensive pass interference number 4, Brennan. 15-yard previous spot, repeat the down.
So the Bears get a good play on that second down play, and they're going to have to do it over, and they're going to have an extra 15 yards to make up because the chains are against them right now. They're playing this entire game for the most part behind the chains, and they're going to have second down coming up. Second down and 25.
Well, that is a brutal penalty there because, you know, a false start or something along those lines is much easier to overcome than an offensive pass interference call that gets you backed up 15 yards. First down and 25, there's not a whole lot of plays in the book to pick up 25 yards. So the Brennan Bears will have to be patient and work their way up and make it a manageable third down, but gains of 8 to 10 yards on these next 2 plays is important to make it a manageable third down.
Well, that's about a 40-yard change because they're now back at the 19, and they were going to be in Chaparral territory had they not called the pass interference. Flores on a keeper. He'll get to the 25-yard line. I think that was a design quarterback draw on that play, and he gets a few of those yards back. Gain of 6 and third down and long coming up for Brennan.
Yeah, Lowen comes up from his defensive back position to make a pretty sure tackle. Also in there on the tackle, Jake Ellinger again from his linebacker position. And now second and 19, and you got to be careful here with the third and 19. Excuse me, you got to be careful here with the ball.
2 to the left, 1 to the right, wing on the left, and back to pass again is Flores. Flanker screen caught by Smith, and he won't go very far. 27-yard lines as far as he's going to get. Blake Chambers has been a busy man today, tackling so far for Austin Westlake, and he's got another one.
Yeah, well, you know, the rumor was Austin Westlake had a pretty good defense, and so far
they've had a great defense so far.
They've had a fantastic defense, and even responsible for half the points on the board.
Here's Andrew Bentley to kick it away. Sage Luther's back deep. Flag goes down. This is a kick that's going to go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line with 1:09 to play in the first quarter.
Not a bad punt there.
Let's sort out the flag.
Illegal formation on the offensive team, more than 5 in the backfield. 5 yards to be added to the end of the kick.
So So the ball will be moved out to the 39-yard line for Austin Westlake, and they'll have it 1st and 10 there. Their first play of the game went for 99. Let's see what they have on their second play of the game. They've actually touched the ball twice today and lead 14-0. Time of possession is really in favor of Brennan. They've had it the entire quarter. Taylor Anderson in the gun. 3 wide receivers and a wingman. That's Penny Baker in motion. Up the middle, big hole. Hurdling a man at the 50-yard line. Trip Graham all the way into Westlake territory at the 47. Keon Thomas, the tackler for Brennan.
14 yards is good for Chaparral. First down.
Trip Graham with 1,225 yards rushing on the year, 15 touchdowns. And he's hobbling over to the sideline. They need to get their backup running back in there. And that's Jack Crockett who's coming in. He's also a quarterback. He's in there now as the running back. Another handoff inside to Crockett, and a huge hole opens up as he gets across the 40-yard line. The Westlake offense. Halverson, Christian, Orline, Salazar, and Netstead up front. Coker, Baker, Kelly, and Mangum are their wide receivers. Mangum caught the touchdown. Graham and Anderson, and Gabriel Lozano does both the kicking and punting duties. 2nd down and 3, the ball on the 40-yard line in Brennan territory. Chaparral send Baker in motion, option it to the right. And Anderson gets forward to about the 37-yard line, and that will end the first quarter of play. It's been all Chaparral so far in this game, despite a lot of time of possession by Brennan. It's 14-0, Austin Westlake on top. This is the High School Football Showcase, presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
Westlake in this game, they lead 14-0 as we get ready to start the second quarter. They've been scoring so fast, we haven't given you a chance to tell you who plays defense for Brennan. We'll try to get to that shortly. Taylor Anderson still in there and in the gun with 3 wide receivers in the pattern and 2 running backs. He'll keep it himself up the middle, and he's going to get to the 35-yard line. Defensively for Brennan, Bussey, McMillan, Curtis, and Cuevas up front. Baldaco, Williams, and Dawson, the linebackers. And the secondary, McGarity, Thomas, Massonet, and Walker. 1st and 10 at the 34 in Brennan territory. Baker's in motion. They hand it off to the left tackle, and Trip Graham's back in there, and he pulls his way ahead inside the 30-yard line. Ryan Curtis makes the stop for Brennan. Right here, Brennan's got to come up with some kind of a stop and at worst force a field goal because they're already 2 scores down, and as methodically as they want to play, there's just not enough time to keep getting further behind.
Yeah, they throw the ball as well as they run it, but the whole idea was to shorten the game up by running.
Anderson sends Baker in motion. He's back to throw all day. Now he'll fire towards the end zone. Mangum's up there to try to receive it. But he's too well covered, and that one's overthrown. And that's probably the only bad play of the game that the Chaparrals have run so far.
And I don't know, we say it's a bad play, but it's an incompletion. It's the one non-positive play, I guess.
I think everything else they've had is to get at least a yard.
Yes, absolutely. And right now they just look like a well-oiled machine, running it, throwing it, and playing just fantastic physical defense.
Coker and Mangum are over on the right side. Two wide receivers, one of them's Baker, the slot on the left. Here's Anderson to throw again, flush from the pocket, fires over the middle and towards the sideline and caught right at the 20-yard line. Called in by Jackson Coker. And a couple of Brennan players in the vicinity to come up and make that tackle. McGarity was the first to get there. Quick subs on the defensive line for Brennan. 1st and 10 as we're a minute and a half almost into this second quarter. Two wide receivers left and one to the right, and back to pass again is Anderson again all day long. Throws to the left side, caught at the 20-yard line, inside the 15. Jackson Coker scores. Touchdown, Austin Westlake.
Wow. That is never giving up on a play by Jackson Coker. And here's the replay. You just see great protection up front, good arm out to the side, and then just some good moves there by Coker. Poor angles there by the Brennan Bears, and Jackson Coker into the end zone.
Trip Graham needing some help getting off the field and favoring his left leg. He came out for a play earlier, and this time he needs some assistance getting to the sideline. As Gabriel Lozano's been busy today kicking, and he's got another extra point to put the Chaparrals up 21-0. Timeout on the field with 10.5 to go in the second quarter. All Austin Westlake. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
From the day it opened its doors in 1913, Schertz Bank & Trust has been a pillar of the community. Banking has changed dramatically in the 100-plus years since. But one thing that hasn't changed is Schertz Bank & Trust's small-town community bank standards of friendly, personal service with a smile. Business and personal loans and accounts of all types, plus all the modern conveniences you need. Schertz Bank & Trust is ready to be your financial institution of choice. Call 210-945-7400 or visit them online at schertzbank.com.
Every 2 minutes in the U.S., someone is injured in a drunk driving crash. Nearly 1/3 of all traffic deaths in the U.S. are caused by drunk drivers. If you were injured in a drunk driving accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious drunk driving cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Showing how good it is, 21-0, 10.5 to play in the second quarter, and the Chaparrals have the Bears behind an 8-ball early on in this game, and probably are going to force the Bears to do some things that they didn't want to do game plan-wise here to start the second quarter.
Well, the Brennan Bears averaged 182 yards on the ground and 218 through the air, so they're perfectly capable of throwing the ball. It just wasn't part of the game plan. So
Smith and Tolfree are deep. This one's going to be fair caught at the 24-yard line, and the Bears will get the ball at the 25. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Cole Riggs.
Thanks, guys. The Westlake running back, Trip Graham, he came out their last offensive possession with a knee injury. He's slightly favoring his left knee. He's been stretched out down here. Trainers are checking him out. He's getting to jog, but he's still not full on right now. I think they're contemplating putting him back in their next offensive drive, but nothing for sure yet.
Yeah, I see him walking along the sideline right now. I guarantee you he wants to be in this game until it's no longer in doubt.
Yeah.
Jordan Smith comes wide to the right. Offset fullback in the pistol formation on this first down play for Brennan. Flores will keep it off right guard, and they'll move the pile out to about the 29-yard line, gain of 4.
Big physical play there, an offensive lineman on defensive lineman, and everybody wrapped around Flores, and it just pushes it down the field for a pickup of about 4 yards. And it looks like Steve Bazier is still content that if he can take up a lot of time in this quarter, they won't get the ball to start the second half. Westlake won the toss and deferred, so maybe you start thinking about putting the ball in the air sometime soon.
Smith and Tolfree on the right side. It's Tolfree in motion, and he'll go on a bootleg to the left and fire downfield into double coverage. Flag's going to go down, and they're going to get the Chaparrals for pass interference as they had Jordan Smith kind of in a blanket and too much of one.
Yeah, just got there a little bit early and wrapped him up just a little bit before the ball could get there, and they're going to draw the flag.
Defensive pass interference number 5. Spot foul by rule, automatic first down.
Sage Luther is the guilty party for pass interference, but there was 2 players in the vicinity. They could have picked either one.
I think Sage was just the one they saw first and threw the flag on him. But that's a first down for the Brennan Bears out to about the 37-yard line. And is this a must-score time already for the Brennan Bears?
So. And they need to by taking time off the clock, because it doesn't look like the Chaparrals are going to slow down much. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, wing on the right. First and 10 from the 37. A pass to the right side, caught by Smith down the right sideline. Still on his feet and into Chaparral territory at the 49. If they give him that, they will. Ben Packanine comes in to make the tackle.
Yeah, linebacker. That's a tall order for a linebacker to get out there on Jordan Smith, who's got almost 1,200 yards receiving this year, averages 24 yards a catch, and linebacker comes out there and makes a pretty good play to bring him down in the open field.
True Ellis joins Darian Tolfree on the left side, and Jordan Smith comes to the right. They line up Niblett Castillo as a wing on the left and fired over the middle, slant pattern, and nailed. Not make the catch intended for Darian Tolfree. And there was a collision there. Sage Luther again defensively was right there to make the hit.
Well, if that's not a pick and pull collision, I don't know what is. Sage Luther, boom. Yeah,
got the shoulder pad right in the back of the receiver, Jordan Smith.
Yeah, Jordan Smith, you got some guts coming across the middle on that kind of play anyway, because you know a safety's looking for that. And Sage Luther just came in and lowered the boom.
Wing left and 2 running backs, 1 to either side of Flores here. And he'll keep it himself this time and tries to get forward and does out to about the 45. So it'll be a little bit more manageable situation on 3rd down, and maybe the biggest 3rd down of the game coming up for the Bears, who are already in a 21-point hole.
Well, that's a lot of effort there by Flores, who was just engulfed by Chaparral defensive linemen and linebackers. And you're absolutely right, Andy. That makes it actually a manageable 3rd down play. The board is showing 7. I think it's a long 6. But also, is this 2-down territory? Or are you already thinking that if you're Steve Basier?
What happens on this play may determine that. From the right hash on 3rd and 7. Flores to throw, has some time. Now he doesn't. Sacked all the way back to the 47-yard line. Tackled by David Neal, and that will force a Brennan punt.
Yeah, you can see Flores. It looked like his initial read just wasn't there, so he had to pull it down and start to go through his passing progression, and just the defensive front just comes roaring through for the Chaparrals, brings Flores down. Now you can't think about going for it on 4th down. You have to punt it away.
The Bears have had some opportunities today with some good holes by the offense, but it is blocked, and it's picked up again. This is going to be another Chaparral touchdown. Jackson Coker picks it up out of the air and takes it in for another touchdown. He scored on a pass a little earlier, and this time he takes it to the house on the block punt. And it's 27-0, Austin Westlake.
Well, they've scored just about every way you can in football. It's been an offensive touchdown, a defensive touchdown, and now a special teams touchdown for the Westlake Chaparrals.
Gabriel Lozano's going to get tired. He's ready to kick another one.
Have to ice his leg at halftime.
It's good. And with 8:04 to play in the 2nd quarter, Austin Westlake leads 28-0, and they're pouring it on here in the Alamo Dome. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Hi, I'm Joel Dolly, and welcome to the Mission Open Air Market. You'll find acres and acres of bargains on toys, tools, clothing, and we've even got a farmer's market every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. You'll never know what you're going to find, and I'll see you here.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler With the John Wayne Black Friday deal, buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Yep, just two smart guys saving money at San Antonio's newest auto parts recycling yard, AAA Auto Recyclers. Come check out our new lower prices and large inventory. Be smart and save money at AAA Auto Recyclers, Highway 16 South.
Brennan continues to be well behind everything in this game as the Chaparrals have scored 28 points, and we still have 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And it's been all Chaparrals in this one. They scored the first play of the game on a 99-yard touchdown pass. They get a scoop and score. They get a block punt. They score on a touchdown pass, as you said, Jay. Any way you can score, they've done it. They haven't got a safety yet, but that's still got a lot of time to go.
There's plenty of time left. I'm sure the Brennan Bears and Coach Steve Bazier are just shell-shocked. I no doubt in my mind they came in here thinking they had a possibility of winning this game and felt like they should win this game. And just to have the Chaparrals come out and do it to them this way, they've just got to be blown away.
Another short kick that will be fielded at the 27 and fumble. Loose around the 30-yard line. And the Chaparrals have a fumble recovery, or at least they say they do. They do. And it gets from bad to worse for Brennan.
I didn't see who was that young man for the Brennan Bears that was settling under that kick, but he just took his eyes off thinking he might take off and run, and it just slips right through his hands.
Down to the field, Cole Riggs.
Thank you, guys. One thing that we should note here is last week in Westlake's victory over Clemens, they scored 28, which was their least amount that they've scored since their one loss early in the season to Cy Ranch. They're already at 28. This offense has not been stopped, and it seems like Brennan's mental mistakes are not helping them out very much.
Really going to cost them.
Benny Baker way wide to the right. I mentioned earlier he's got 10 touchdowns on the year. Here comes Anderson on a keeper to the left, 25-yard line, makes a move and steps out of bounds at the 22.
It's the jet sweep just run to almost perfection and getting to the outside, picking up 8 yards on first down, and this Chaparral machine just continues to churn out the yards, the positive plays, and you can't figure that they're not going to score here. Every time they've touched the ball, they've scored.
Trip Graham is back in. Whether the ankle's hurting or not, he's out there, and he's going to take the handoff and run over left tackle and get all the way down to the 17.
Well, he ran over left tackle and then ran over some Brennan Bears easily enough for a first down. And if Trip Graham's ankle is hurting, he sure didn't show it on that play as he showed the power to surge forward for an extra 2 or 3 yards.
Rhett Kelly is the other running back in the backfield to the left this time of Taylor Anderson. They'll hand it to Graham again. Big hole up the middle. And inside the 10-yard line and down to around the 8. And it's men against boys right now as the Chaparrals are just doing exactly what they want and being the more physical team on every play.
Well, you've seen these guys, and Coral was talking about it just a minute ago. Last week, that was a 14-14 game at a halftime. The defense against the Clemens Buffaloes, the defense shuts out Clemens in the second half. Austin Westlake scores 14 more.
They'll hand it to him again, and Graham will run to the left this time and get to the 5. Alex Mason at the tackler for the Brennan Bears. He's a safety, and when safeties are making tackles on 2-yard gains, that means there's a lot of run support.
Yeah, they're coming up. Westlake, about all they have to do the rest of the day is run the ball and run the clock. But there was a stretch of 3 games earlier this season that this Westlake defense pitched shutouts completely. Big goose eggs on the board, 3 straight games, only 98 points given up on the entire season.
Jackson Coker to the left and 2 wide receivers on the right side. This time they will hand it off inside, and Rhett Kelly gets inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up for the Chaparrals. 28-0, all Austin Westlake in this one. We're almost halfway through the second quarter.
Rhett Kelly listed on the roster as a wide receiver, but comes in and takes a handoff on that one and picks up some yards as well.
He lines up as a wing on the right on this play, so there's technically 4 wide receivers in the pattern for now. Graham and Anderson and the rest of the offense look to the sideline for a new play call, and they'll switch Graham to the right, now back to the left. Blitz look from the right side. Here's a run to the right. A duck in at the 1 yard line, and down at the 1 yard line is Taylor Anderson. Ball popped free as he hit the ground.
All-out effort there for Anderson to try to get into the end zone. Good speed to the outside. But here comes Isaiah Williams to just trip him up just shy of the end zone. Whatever's left in the Brennan Bears tank, they really need to put it out right now, Andy, because another touchdown is just one of those things. It's not impossible to come back from, but very, very rare.
Williams has 143 tackles on the year. He's had a good year, and this time into the end zone goes Anderson for a pretty easy score on the quarterback draw. And it's 34-0, Austin Westlake.
Just a well-oiled machine so far. The Chaparrals are doing fantastic. Right up the middle, great blocking, pulling guard. Coming in there to really open up the middle was Ben Kristen. Just great job.
Here's the extra point try for Gabriel Lozano. He's got another one. 35-0. Austin Westlake rolling here in the Alamo Dome midway through the second quarter. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Football fans, if there's one thing we know, it's this. Titles are earned with hard work and dedication. After all, dynasties aren't built in a day. Just like we didn't become the #1 Ram volume dealer in Texas overnight. At Bluebonnet Chrysler Dodge Ram, we're proud to be at the top of our league.
Right now, you can get an amazing offer on over 800 Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram vehicles in stock. So head to New Braunfels, the truck capital of Texas, or shop online at bbdodge.com.
So far, Austin Westlake has had 10 minutes time of possession to almost 13 for Brennan, but 201 yards of total offense, 2 defensive scores, one a true defensive score, the other a special team score, and the Bears have been held to 77 yards so far in the game, and they're down 35-0, and Austin Westlake's going to kick it away again.
Well, time of possession can be one of those misleading stats. It's what you do with that time, and Westlake, a little over 10 minutes, has used that to put up 35 points.
Short kick for Lozano, and it will be caught at the 35 or 25-yard line and running down to about the 31, 32. I think it was True Ellis that was over there on the far side with that one, and Brennan's got some pretty decent field position just outside the 25. So far, the Chaparrals haven't tried to kick it deep to Tollfree or Smith. The closest they got to the goal line was about the 5, and they're going to settle for those short kicks to some of the up and in for now, and the ball will be at the 32. First down for the Brennan Bears. 5:10 to play second quarter, and they're in a 35-0 hole. Jordan Flores looks over a 4-man front. Low snap. Throws behind the receiver, Darian Tollfree.
Yeah, Tollfree just didn't have his head up on that. It's designed to be a quick hitter, and Tollfree just not ready to receive that pass from Jordan Flores, and brings up a second down and 10. Tollfree has been relatively quiet in this game.
Here's a second down play and a handoff left side for Arvello. And not much doing. He'll get a couple. But it's going to be second down and a third down and long coming up for Brennan. And already down by 35. They need to keep the ball for as long as they can in their situation, probably the last 4 minutes of this half, because so far the Chaparrals have either scored on every time they've had an offensive possession or on a turnover defensively, and the block punt for a score.
Yeah, this is, every third down, every down becomes important now for the Brennan Bears. They've got to pick up positive yards.
Flores in the gun, drops to throw. Rutsch comes from the left side, throws it deep downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. At the 30-yard line, 35, coming back to left side, Leo Lowen. He's got it to 50 and finally tackled at the 47-yard line.
Tolfree got him.
Leo Lowen now has 5 picks on the year. He had 4 coming into the game, and he gets another one.
Wow. You can go to johnwayne.com and vote for the John Wayne Player of the Game. You have a chance to win a really nice hat, and then you're also entered into winning the possibility of a $25,000 home makeover. You just got to go to johnwayne.com, vote for the Player of the Game by the end of this game, and have your chance to win the John Wayne Player of the Game contest.
Taylor Anderson back in at quarterback. And the handoff, a fake handoff and a throw to the left side, all the way out to the 40-yard line, still on his feet. At around the 42, the pass was caught by Luke Nicholas. Let's go down to the field, Coral Riggs.
Jay, Andy, thank you. One thing that you have to note on this defense, I know it's hard to pick out one person because they're all doing such a spectacular job on this Westlake defense, but Jake Ellinger, Sam Ellinger's little brother, he led the team with 60 tackles this year, and he's already got a few more this game. But one thing is they've never let anybody get over 33 points this season.
Anderson's pass is incomplete. It hit the ground just short of Kalen Campbell. And I think this may be the first or second third down of the game for Austin Westlake. They haven't had many. Third down and 2 coming up. Probably 4 down territory as well here at with this field position, and already up 35-0. Just under 3.5 to play in the second quarter.
Just wondering why the clock has stopped.
Incomplete pass.
Oh,
back to pass is Anderson. Looking and firing, and wide open over the middle for a sliding catch by Mason Mangum again inside the 25.
Wow, with pressure right up in the face of Taylor Anderson, unable to step into that one the way he usually wants to, still able to throw that pass complete out to Mangum for the first down. You know, there's a third down conversion, and that's going to allow Austin Westlake to run even more time off the clock. They get the ball to start the second half after winning the toss and deferring. So that was a big third down play right there, a big third down conversion for the Chaparrals.
Here's a rollout to the left for Anderson. He's got time, and now he'll have to eat it and go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. I think that's the first negative play of the game for Austin Westlake, and it was Matthias Brantley who was able to get in there and get the quarterback sack out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Well, it looked like the coverage by Henry Smagur on the near sidelines, that's where Anderson wanted to deliver the ball, but just no way he could fit it in there. He had to pull it back down, and then he takes the sack from Brantley.
Rhett Kelly in the backfield on this second down play. Here's a quarterback keeper. Anderson going to his left, 20-yard line, 15. He's close to the 10 as he runs out of bounds.
You know, not an incredible amount of speed there out of Anderson,
but patience.
And
holding offense number 72.
Yeah, they'll have to do it again.
Previous spot. Repeat the down.
Did not see that flag come out, but I'm still impressed with Anderson and his running ability. It's not like Kyler Murray out at Oklahoma, who's just blazing fast. Anderson just picks his way through there. Some nice moves. Unfortunately for the Chaparrals, that's going to be moved back 10 yards due to a holding penalty.
But even with less than spectacular track speed, if you're patient and you wait for your blocks, you can get some big plays, and the defense looks like they're standing in the mud, and you're not necessarily running that fast.
Yeah, Anderson had 710 yards rushing on just over 100 carries, so he's right around 7 yards a carry anyway.
They'll hand it off inside. Nice run, but knocked away by Jax Crockett running the ball. He didn't get too far. He's the backup quarterback, or one of the backup quarterbacks for Austin Westlake. He's just a sophomore, and he's in there at running back right now with Tripp Graham getting a rest. Tripp Graham's been hobbled a little bit in this game, but still played well.
Well, with this game getting more and more out of reach every second that goes off the clock, I'd be surprised if Trip Graham really sees the field much more the rest of the game.
4 wide receivers in the pattern here on 3rd and 19, and a false start will cost Westlake 5 yards.
Maybe Westlake's losing a little focus here. They've had a holding penalty and now a false start that have really 3 negative.
False start on the offense, number 88. 5-yard penalty, repeat the down.
Puts the ball back at the 38. They've got to get all the way down to the 19-yard line to pick up this first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 24. That's a, you look at the back of your playbook for that play.
There isn't one in the playbook for this one. You just hope. Anderson will throw. It's caught on a sliding catch again by Mangum, but he only gets to the 35. It'll be 4th down. The clock's going to run with a minute to go. And Austin Westlake may want to go for it here on 4th down if Brennan does not call a timeout. Brennan may be just satisfied with going to the locker room and trying to regroup. But they can run, especially if they run a running play here, they can get this under 20 seconds before Brennan would get the ball back. Even if they don't pick up the line to gain, which is the 19. They're going to run this all the way down. I think Todd Dodge is going to call timeout when they get down to about 2 seconds on the play clock. He does just that. And with 28 seconds to go in the second quarter, Austin Westlake will figure out what they want to do here.
Their first timeout of the half.
Timeout with 28 seconds to play. It's the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Football fans, if there's one thing we know, it's this. Titles are earned with hard work and dedication. After all, dynasties aren't built in a day. Just like we didn't become the #1 Ram volume dealer in Texas overnight. At Bluebonnet Chrysler Dodge Ram, we're proud to be at the top of our league.
Right now, you can get an amazing offer on over 800 Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram vehicles in stock. So head to New Braunfels, the truck capital of Texas, or shop online at bbdodge.com.
35-0. All Austin Westlake in this one today. And if you're just joining us, they basically scored any way that you can imagine. The first play of the game was a 99-yard bomb. They scored on a block punt. They scored on a scoop and score off a fumble. They scored a couple of conventional ways as well. So they will punt the ball away for the first time. And Gabriel Lozano, who's done all the kicking today for points, is going to try to pin the Bears inside their 15-yard line, maybe even their 10 if he can get a good one here. High snap, but he pulls it down and then just kicks it out of the end zone. So this will move the ball back to the 20-yard line with 21 seconds to play in the half.
Well, taking no chances, Todd Dodge. No reason to put the ball into the hands of these athletes for Brennan and let them get some momentum going in at half.
Yeah, and he's going to get the ball to start the third quarter also. So
exactly.
If he doesn't think he can score now, just wait till the third quarter and try then.
Exactly.
We'll see what Brennan wants to do here with 21 seconds to go and not a necessarily very good field position with the amount of time that's still on the scoreboard. Jordan Flores takes the snap and turns and pitches it. A short run out to the left for A.J. Clay. And he'll get to the 23, and that will be the end of the first half.
Are we going to an interview?
That will do it for the end of the half. We'll be going down to the field here shortly. And as soon as Coral has Todd Dodge, who has to like the way his team played in the first half. Can't complain about the way this team performed, except maybe that last series.
He had 2 penalties. That's something you can peel the paint off the walls with.
You got to find something to coach.
Other than that, it was absolute perfection.
And we'll go down to her shortly as Todd Dodge is doing some Austin television, it looks like right now. 35-0. They scored they scored their first 2 touchdowns, basically touching the ball twice. The 99-yard touchdown bomb on the pass to Mangum, and then a scoop and score. A little bit later on, they got a block punt, and offense didn't even have to come on the field. So 2 of their scores in this game today have come as the result of the defense or the special teams.
Well, I think the tenor.
Let's go down to the field. Coral Riggs is with Todd Dodge.
Jay, Andy, thank you. Coach, you've managed to keep this Brennan offense to 0 points. How has your defense been able to do that?
I'll tell you what, it's been tough because we've been on the field so much. You know, offensively, we scored quick, and then we got some special teams. But you know, our defense has got a lot of pride about them. They were a little upset with themselves last week because we gave up 2 explosives in the first half, and this team that we're playing tonight is very, very explosive. And so, you know, it's just a lot of pride in our defense has in themselves.
Thank you, Coach. Jay, Andy.
Todd Dodge.
Thanks, Coral.
I don't know what he's got to talk about, so he'll find something to coach at the half. And we'll have our halftime show coming up next. Austin Westlake 35, the Brennan Bears nothing. You're listening and watching to the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes, you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
Listen up. You know VP Racing Fuels makes more power than any other fuel company out there. VP's got the fuels for both 2- and 4-stroke bikes. From T2 to T4 to MRX02. VP's got them all. And now, VP introduces Power Wash. Get your dirt bike cleaned up and looking great for the next race. And do it in record time. Available in a spray bottle. It makes it easy to use and store. Get yours today. Be sure to check us out online at VPRacingFuels.com or visit us on social media.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
All Austin Westlake in this one. They lead 35-0, and we've talked about this, Jay, through the entire first half. They've scored just about every way you can, and I don't think Todd Dodge has a whole lot to complain about.
Well, he can't complain about anything. I think what set the tone for the game, Andy, was I was talking about, well, you're down on your 1-yard line. You need to be conservative here. You don't want a big turnover early. Boom, he throws it right over the Brennan Bears' heads. 99-yard touchdown pass, and it really set the tone for the rest of the game.
One of the things that the Chaparrals did so well in that first half was pretty much everything, but special teams I thought was good as well. They didn't make any mistakes there. They recovered a kickoff return. They blocked a punt as well, and the defense came up with a scoop and score of its own.
Yeah, they've scored every way virtually imaginable. We're still waiting on the safety that you talked about earlier. For Brennan's sake, I hope doesn't happen, but just a safety blitz coming in, catches Flores looking the other way, hits the Brennan Bears quarterback Flores in the back, ball pops out, scoop and score. It's 14-0. And then a good drive by Westlake. It's 21-0. And then a block punt, it's 28-0. It's just been an onslaught by the Westlake Chaparrals.
Brennan's had some chances to move the football on 1st and 2nd down, but it seems like as soon as Westlake sees what they're doing, they correct themselves and don't give up that play again.
Well, the defense for Austin Westlake is legendary in this state right now. 98 points given up on the season. We know they pitched 3 straight shutouts earlier in the year. And as Coral brought up, no one has scored more than 33 points on them. So down by 35, it really is a daunting task for the Brennan Bears come the second half.
Well, there's nothing like motivation for a defense when they don't play well in 1 week coming into the next week, because not only they have to live with it the whole week, they've got to hear their coaches talk about it for a week, and they came motivated today to try to pitch that shutout.
Yeah, you heard Todd Dodge talk about the 2 explosive plays that this Westlake defense gave up last week, and they came back to atone for that today. And my goodness, that defensive line, the linebacking cores, the defensive backs have all just played outside their mind.
I think Taylor Anderson's been very impressive, not only throwing the football, but the way he chooses to run. Not the fastest guy on the field, but he's kind of picking and choosing his spots and doing a really good job of making sure that there's a blocker in front of him when he's ready to make a play.
Yeah, that's been key. He's not the biggest kid in the world either, so when you're not the biggest, you're not the fastest, what do? You get behind the big boys, let them do their job and block for you. Be patient, find those holes, and he's been able to do that.
It looked like the game plan early on for the Brennan Bears was to play as methodically as they could, to kind of stretch out the game a little bit, slow it down. Now they're 35-0. They got to change the game plan at halftime.
Yeah, they've got to find some big-time plays. They need some defensive turnovers. They need a special teams play, or they need an explosive play out of that offense.
All the highlights and most of the stats in this game favor the Chaparrals. We'll share that with you when we return to the Dome. 35-0 Austin Westlake. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Company on KCWX TV.
The Interchange. It's new at Pick and Pull. 1, just tell them what you're looking for. 2, hop on the shuttle. We'll take you to your part. 3, you got your part and you saved money. It's the Interchange, and it's at Pick and Pull.
In 2016, more than 4,300 people were killed in crashes involving large trucks in the U.S. Semi-trucks, which weigh 20 to 30 times as much as passenger cars, can cause severe injuries in the event of a wreck. If you were injured in an 18-wheeler accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious trucking cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
No matter where you live or what you drive, the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships can serve you conveniently and efficiently, like North Park Lexus of San Antonio, North Park Lincoln, Mazda, and Subaru, located on San Pedro. You'll get no-hassle posted pricing and a 48-hour return policy on every new or pre-owned truck, car, or SUV. And we'll deliver your new vehicle to any location in Central or South Texas. The K-Lig Auto Group, the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
I watched it step by step. I asked all kinds of questions. I don't think it could have been built any better.
Everybody involved in this process was a highly skilled craftsman. Every person that worked on this house knew what they were doing. Yes, we are definitely recommend Southwest Homes.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
They're gonna pull the part for me, pick and pull, the pick and pull. They're gonna pull the part for me, and I'm gonna save some dough. Save time and money at Pick and Pull, the parts you need at a price you can afford.
Austin Westlake leads Brennan 35-0 at half as we head down to the field for the Brennan Bears band.
About high school football and college football is the bands coming out at halftime, and I just think it's part of the pageantry and part of the excitement. You got not just 80 or so kids on the football team involved. Now there's 300 plus. I understand the Allen Eagle Band is closing in on 600 members large.
Well, and the competition for bands is just as fierce as the football is as well in the high school level, and even
sometimes it's physical.
Sometimes at the collegiate level, they compete in contests all over the state and sometimes all over the nation. And I think anytime that you're at a high school or college football game, and they cue the band, you know it's time to play football.
Absolutely, and I think the one that sticks out more to me than anyone else is the Fighting Texas Aggie Band, and the way that they can. They're saying around College Station is they never lose a halftime.
They don't.
They might lose their fannies on the football field, but they never lose a halftime. And my younger brother, Chip Riley, was part of the Fighting Texas Aggie Band, which, as you well know, me being a Longhorn fan for life, made for some interesting Thanksgivings back in the day. But the Aggie Band is the one, to me, that sets the standard.
Well, in every school, both college and high school, has a tradition, something that's unique about them, and they own it. And whether you like it or not because you're their rival, that doesn't matter. It's a situation where that's their thing, and you just have to live with their thing. I think that makes it neat. You know, you go around the Southeast Conference, for example, you got the Aggies. If you go to Knoxville, Tennessee, you're going to be hearing Rocky Top for the next 10 days in your head. So,
and tomorrow they're going to be dotting the I in the Ohio State-Michigan game coming up. So that's why I really love to show the bands, the pep squads, the dance teams, because that's what makes it high school football in the state of Texas, is how many people get involved.
Austin Westlake Band making its way down to the field for their halftime performance.
It's funny, we're looking at probably a 150-person band out there, maybe not that many. And to think of the Allen Eagle Band with 600
goal line to goal line?
They go goal line to goal line. It's unbelievable. I remember back in high school, our band was 300 people large.
How many tickets do they need in the stands for that?
What, about 300?
Or 600.
Or 600 for Allen. But let's listen to the Austin Westlake Chaparral Band.
Time in the Alamo Dome. Austin Westlake 35 and Brennan nothing. We'll come back with some highlights and stats from this first half as we return. It's the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Did you know there is a way to protect yourself against HIV? PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis, is a daily pill that is up to 92% effective. Learn how you can protect yourself by using the PrEP pill. Contact our clinic to learn more at 210-207-5260.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
No matter where you live or what you drive, the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships can serve you conveniently and efficiently. Like North Park Lexus, Subaru, and Volkswagen located at the Dominion, or North Park Toyota in South San Antonio, and North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. You'll get no hassle posted pricing and a 48-hour return policy on every new or pre-owned truck, car, or SUV. And we'll deliver your new vehicle to any location in Central or South Texas. The K-Lig Auto Group, the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Listen up. You know VP Racing Fuels makes more power than any other fuel company out there. VP's got the fuels for both 2- and 4-stroke bikes. From T2 to T4 to MRX02, VP's got them all. And now, VP introduces Power Wash. Get your dirt bike cleaned up and looking great for the next race. And do it in record time. Available in a spray bottle. It makes it easy to use and store. Get yours today. Be sure to check us out online at vpracingfuels.com or visit us on social media.
Hi, I'm Joel Dolly, and welcome to the Mission Open Air Market. It's been a long time since the Mission Drive-In days, and we've grown to over 60 acres of the biggest bargains in Texas. Remember, that's every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'll see you here.
35-0, Austin Westlake leads Brennan at the half. The Austin Westlake band still performing as we share some highlights with you from the first half, and they're pretty much all Austin Westlake.
They even won the toss.
Exactly. First play of the game after the punt. This is 99 yards to Mason Mangum. And he got about 3 steps on the defender and turned on the Jets for the rest of that. 7-0 after the extra points. Austin Westlake's going to get a fumble recovery. Packett picks it up, and he scoops it and scores it for a touchdown for Austin Westlake. Webster, the defensive back, coming in there to make the hit. Then they'll find Jackson Coker out in the left flat. And he makes a couple of moves, and what do you know? He's in the end zone again, 21-0. Special teams gets involved. Punt's blocked, scooped up again by Jackson Coker. He bobbles it, but hangs on to it, and waltzes into the end zone for the 4th score. And then Taylor Anderson will keep it himself for the 5th one. The only time that Westlake did not score was the last possession of the half, and they basically ran the clock down to 20 seconds before they were out of they gave the ball back to Brennan with 20 seconds to go. They ran one play, went into victory formation, and they ended all of that. So it's 35-0, and now Brennan's got to try to regroup at halftime and come up with something that gets some positives. If they can't come back, and when you're in a hole like this, it's very doubtful that you can come back, but they got to find some positives in the second half.
Well, we've obviously seen comebacks like this in the past. Westlake just looked unstoppable in the first half. I think that the Brennan Bears have to count on either a 3-and-out or a turnover on that first drive, get that short field, hopefully, and be able to get into the end zone quickly.
And if you're Westlake, you want to just make sure you take care of business and try to get this over as quickly as you can. If you can get 2 or 3 more scores on the board, you can call it a day.
My crystal ball shows a lot of the running game coming out for the Austin Westlake Chaparrals in the second half.
Halftime winding down. We're getting set for the second half, and we'll talk about that and have it for you next. 35-0, Austin Westlake on top. It's the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Hey, it's JR and Beth on Y100, and we want to give you some extra money. Who could use a little extra cash? That's why we're giving away $200,000.
Whether you're at home, you're at work, or you're picking the kids up from school, make sure you're listening from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll give you a keyword, and you'll text in and win. Just think about what you would do with all this extra money.
$1,000 8 times a day with a Y100. $200,000 country cash grab. All the details at y100fm.com.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Got land? Let's build.
At Southwest Homes, we make it easy.
This was absolutely a pain and worry-free process. We just felt secure in dealing with Southwest Homes.
We had a picture of a home that we wanted built. We added to it to make it look like what we wanted to. And we had no problems whatsoever.
They showed us that we could have the home that we wanted.
I love Southwest Homes.
Call today or go to yourswh.com. At Southwest Homes, better really is easy.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Winding down the halftime here at the Alamo Dome with Austin Westlake on top of the Brennan Bears, 35-0. Andy Everett along with Jay Riley and Coral Riggs down on the sideline. Both teams starting to make their way out of their respective tunnels to get back on the field for the second half as we take a look at some stats. Westlake 158 yards passing to 40 for Brennan and 68 yards on the ground to 41 for Brennan. Total offensive yards 226 to 81. Jay, the time of possession's pretty even, but Brennan hasn't done much with what they've had the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's the quality of time, I think, is what we've been talking about. And Austin Westlake has really taken it to the Brennan Bears when they've had the ball. They've got 35 points in 14 minutes and 7 seconds or so, and Brennan has 0 points in the balance of that 14 minutes. And it's absolutely what you do with the ball when you've got the ball, and the quick scores on the block punt, the scoop and score, that has really been the part that has set this the Westlake Chaparrals away from the Brennan Bears.
And the 2 turnovers for Brennan haven't helped their cause at all either. You can't turn the ball over when you're playing a team that's as good as Austin Westlake.
Well, Westlake has done a great job all season of getting turnovers. They've taken the ball away by interception 13 times. I think they've taken it away 10 or 12 times from the fumble side of the ball. And when it's so difficult to be able to put points up against this defense anyway, you give their offense extra possessions with the turnover, and that's just really difficult to overcome.
You know, one of the things I would imagine Steve Azier's talking to with his team is just play as hard as you can in the second half. Play for pride, play for yourself. For many of these seniors on this field, they're never going to play a game of organized football ever again. Right. Some will have an opportunity to go to the next level at some level, but this is it for them and so make the most of this last 24 minutes.
Play for the name on the front, not the name on the back. This is a team effort. Steve Azier has always done a great job of having a great locker room, guys together on the same goal path. Today they've just run into a buzzsaw that's called the Westlake Chaparrals, and the way Westlake's playing right now, there's, the Browns are pretty bad. I give them a shot against them.
All right, well, let's go down to the field. Coral Riggs is with Steve Azier.
Sorry. Coach, what was your message to the team at the half?
We got to come out fighting and stop hurting ourselves. Like I talked about, we've had the problem with making too many mistakes that were very costly. Obviously, that's kind of blown up on us in the first half. But I told them this is our, second half's got to be ours. We've got to come out with a head of steam. We've got to play our tails off for the second half. So hopefully we'll come out and do that, rectify what we did in the first half, and get ourselves back in this game.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Coral. tough locker room, I'm sure, for Brennan. And coach in this situation sometimes just has to get his team fired up to go back out there in the second half. And as I said, you're playing for the last 24 minutes of your life if you can't come from behind in this game, so you might as well try to make the most of it.
Well, if there's one thing that Steve Basier can do, and that is motivate his guys. I don't think they came out flat today. I think that the stars lined up for Westlake. They're a fantastic football team. But how often do you go in and draw up on the board, hey, guys, first time we touch the ball, we're going to throw it for a 99-yard touchdown pass?
Well, we saw in the game earlier today, Reagan, which has had a terrific year and only a couple of losses, they ran into a buzzsaw of their own with the Judson Rockets. So when you get a really good team playing really good, it doesn't really matter what the other team does. It's going to be a difficult day for that underdog team.
Yeah, teams like that really expose the mistakes that you make. And Johnson did it to Reagan earlier today off the athleticism, just off the charts. And then you turn around and look at Westlake, and they have hit on all cylinders and done everything right. And as long as they stay focused, it's going to make it very difficult on Brennan coming back in the second half.
Coaches will tell you there's no such thing as playing a perfect game, but if there is something that's close, Brennan's got to do that in the second half.
No turnovers. I don't believe they can allow Westlake to put any more points on the board. Like Coral brought up very astutely earlier, they haven't given up more points than 33 this entire year. They've only given up 98 on the entire year. Right now, Brennan has to figure out a way to put 35 on in a half of football to just get into a tie.
Sage Luther's going to be one of the deep receivers, along with Mason Magnum, back around the goal line for the Chaparrals as we get set for the start of the third quarter. And for the first time today, Andrew Bitley will kick it off from right to left.
As we talked about earlier, Westlake won the toss and has won everything since.
Luther and Magnum just inside the 5. Bentley ready to go from right to left with a kick. He'll kick it short. Magnum's going to run up underneath it, watch it go out of bounds, and Austin Westlake will get the ball at the 35-yard line.
You know, Andy, in that first half, you and I have done a lot of games together. And one thing that I like to watch is the line of scrimmage. Who's winning? And on both sides of the ball in the first half, the Westlake Chaparrals controlled the line of scrimmage. They opened up room for the running backs and quarterback to run the ball. They protected Anderson so he could throw the ball, and especially on that 99-yard pass, Anderson standing in his own end zone, and he's got plenty of time to wait for that pattern to come open. He lays it right on the money.
Kick out of bounds on the kicking team. By rule, Westlake has chosen to spot the ball at the 30, first down.
So the first play of the third quarter will work from the left-hand hash and the 30-yard line with Taylor Anderson still in at quarterback. 2,000 yards almost on the year. After today, he's over the 2,000-yard mark. He's got a couple of touchdowns as well. And he will hand it off. I know he's going to keep it and go off to the left side and flip a pass out to Coker, who will get to the 35 for a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, Anderson extending that play with his legs a little bit. The initial read wasn't there, and so he just tucked it a little bit, was able to extend the play, throw for a complete pass over to the far sidelines to Jackson Coker. Just like a long handoff, about 3.5, 4 yards on first down.
2 on the right side and 1 on the left, and a shift on that defensive line for Brennan. They don't come on the blitz, and they'll hand it off inside to Crockett. And he'll get to the 34. And as we kind of anticipated, Todd Dodge is not necessarily trying to run up the score, but he's trying to burn as much clock as he can. So that's the most important thing. Right now, the score isn't as a matter. Yeah, so it'll be third down and about 6 coming up.
The other thing, you see Trip Graham, the starting running back, not back in the game yet.
A rollout to the right side for Anderson and a fire downfield. He's got a man open. He makes a great catch. Penny Baker's going to score a touchdown for Austin Westlake. That's number 11 on the year for Penny Baker, and it's 41-0.
Well, you got to figure that Todd Dodge wants to make sure this first series kind of puts it out of reach. And what a great pass there from Anderson to Penny Baker running down the sidelines. Justin Escobar was the defensive back, and he looked back to find the ball. and Baker was just flying down the sidelines. He didn't have to look back for it. He knew where it was going to be, never broke stride.
Lozano's kick is good. There was too many players on the field for Brennan. They blew the whistle as the kick was happening, so I don't know if they're going to make the Chaparrals kick this over or not. There was 2 players trying to run off the field. One didn't get to the sideline in time. The kick is good, and it's 42-0, I think.
Yeah, they're waving it off right there.
12 players on the field. The kick is good. The penalty declined.
42-0. Austin Westlake rolling here. 11:13 to play in the third quarter. It's the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Newly reported cases of STDs are on the rise. Often, individuals don't know they are infected. Protect yourself and follow safe practices. Get tested and know your status. The scariest things in life are the unknown. To get tested, call the number on your screen.
Company cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and fleet vehicles are involved in thousands of accidents every year. An accident with a company vehicle is not just another car accident. If you were injured in a company vehicle accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Did you know there is a way to protect yourself against HIV? PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis, is a daily pill that is up to 92% effective. Learn how you can protect yourself by using the PrEP pill. Contact our clinic to learn more at 210-207-5260.
Austin Westlake begins the third quarter where they left off in the first half. Long touchdown pass to Penny Baker, and it's 42-0 Chaparrals.
And again, another precision long pass there by Taylor Anderson. You know, he completes 62% of his passes on the season, but what nice touch he shows on the long ball, making sure not to overthrow a wide open receiver, and that time just lays it right in the hands, and another touchdown for the Westlake Chaparrals.
228 yards passing so far for Anderson. Short kick's going to be returnable at the 20-yard line, and not much running room out to about the 27 is True Ellis. Let's go down to the sideline and Coral Riggs.
Thanks, guys. At the half, Brennan head coach did say that their defense needed to somehow contain the Chaparrals offense. So far, they've come out, had a big touchdown. This Brennan defense has only allowed 33 points max. The one game that they lost against Warren early September, that was the most points they've allowed anybody to have. So far, this Chaparral offense has put up 42.
Jordan Flores has his team in a power eye look on this first play, and here's a handoff to the left and nowhere to go. Armani Arvello tripped up in the backfield. He'll lose yardage back to the 22. Doak Wilson, the tackler for the Chaparrals.
Boy, is that a football name, Doak?
Yeah.
Doak Walker, Doak Wilson. I like that. He came on, took on the lead blocker, and then just cut the running back, Arvello. And a big play in the backfield, drops him for a 2-yard loss. Brennan just cannot get behind the chains in this second half.
Early third quarter, 42-0 Austin Westlake on top. Jordan Smith comes to the left side with 2 on the right, and another pass opportunity for Flores, and he'll zip one to the right side, and it's caught. True Ellis hauls it in for, no, they say he dropped it. Ball hit the ground.
Oh, wow.
It'll be 3rd and 12 coming up for the Bears.
I thought he had that one as well. Hey, go to johnwayne.com and choose who you believe is going to be the player of the game at the end of this game. We'll have that move on to the player of the week, but you're into, if you pick the right player of the game, you get a really nice hat, and you're entered to win a $25,000 home makeover from John Wayne. Go to johnwayne.com, vote for your John Wayne player of the game.
Let's look from the Chaparrals. They come from the left side. Flores is smothered inside the 15-yard line. They brought everybody that time, and Jordan Flores had no chance, and the Bears are 3 and out, and they have to punt it away again.
And there's Drew Webster again coming on a safety blitz. Earlier in the game, in the first half, he came on a safety blitz, separated Flores from the ball, and it turned into a scoop and score for the Chaparrals.
Andrew Bentley to kick it away. This one's a high kick. Fair catch is going to be called for and made by Sage Luther at the 41-yard line. So terrific field position for the Chaparrals once again in Brandon Bear territory. And at 9:46 to play in the third quarter, and if it isn't already a knockout score, they're looking for another one here to make it even a little bit more demonstrative.
Well, this one very likely could just close the door. Now, we've seen comebacks in spectacular fashion in this building. TCU did it to Oregon just a few years ago. I believe it was Oregon. So this building does have some magic in it.
Rhett Kelly's in the backfield with Taylor Anderson. He'll shift him over to the left side, and three wide receivers over there on that far side for Westlake. And a keeper for Anderson, and a move to the 40-yard line. He trips over the 40 and gets to the 38.
Yeah, it just looked like he got caught up in his own feet there. But still, 3-4-yard pickup on first down for Anderson. And all they want to do right now, Andy, is eat up clock. I'm sure Todd Dodge doesn't care if his team scores again. He wants to get out of here healthy now.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get one more score, and we'll start probably seeing second and third team players. Another throw over the middle, caught again by Penny Baker inside the 25.
Yeah, that time Anderson threw that one a little bit behind Baker.
There's a flag down at the 34-yard line. And I think they're going to make the Chaparrals do this one over. They're all coming back.
Ineligible downfield on the offense, number 70.
Both Baker and Mangum and Coker and all these wide receivers for the Chaparrals run really good patterns. You hear offensive coaches all the time say, make sure you run the pattern and the route correctly. They're doing that today. Very precise throws by Anderson, but that's because the wide receivers are where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, you have to run them the proper depth. There's all kinds of reasons why a pass is complete or incomplete, and a lot of that has to do with the route running ability of the wide receiver.
Luke Nicholas in the game as a wide receiver over on the far side. Second down and 13. Here's a pass out to the right side, caught by Crockett, and he's bottled up at the 45 and maybe right at the line of scrimmage. He'll be third down and long coming up for Austin Westlake, and a tackle made by Gregory Dawson.
Wow, Gregory Dawson sure is not giving up on this game. He fights through the block of an offensive lineman, shrugs it off, and able to make the tackle.
He lost a yard back to the 45, so third down and 14 for Austin Westlake in Brennan territory at the 45-yard line. Four wides in the pattern for this one, and he's back to throw again. He's got all day, and he's going to throw to Baker again. Makes the catch at the 30-yard line and gets to the 29. Terrific patience again by Baker to make the catch, put on the brakes, let the defender go by, and then get the extra couple of yards for the first down.
Yeah, Battles makes the tackle, but Baker is just absolutely fantastic with the hands out there, running a great route again to get him wide open. Look, almost a face mask there. And then Battles comes in and makes the tackle, but all the way inside the 30.
Yeah, that hurts.
Moves the chains.
Hurts Brennan even more. It was third down and 14, and they got 16 or 17 on that play. They'll put three wide receivers on this near side and one to the left as they've got everybody spread out. And Crockett is in the backfield there. Actually, that's Kelly, and he'll run over a right tackle. Another big gain inside the 20 and down to the 17 or 18-yard line. Trip Graham was the running back early in the game. He came out twice with what looked to be an ankle or knee type of injury, trying to get back in the game, even got back in a couple of times, but it's mainly been Kelly and Crockett in the backfield the rest of the way for the Chaparrals.
Also, Andy, another example of how that offensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage. He wasn't even touched for 6 or so yards up the field.
First down from the 18 in the red zone once again. A pass to the left side. Another terrific diving catch over on the far side by Jackson Coker for Austin Westlake inside the 15.
Boy, that's the confidence Anderson has throwing that football out there. That ball could have easily been undercut there by McGarity. In the arm strength that Anderson showed, got the ball out there quickly.
Yeah, he got it out to the outside, too, so McGarity would have pretty much had to go through the receiver. If he throws that to the inside, McGarity's got it.
Yep.
Second down and 6 from the 14. Here comes the blitz from the right side. They pick it up. That means they got all day, and here's another pass to the end zone for a Penny Baker touchdown.
Well, they're just rolling today. Obviously, being from Austin, I haven't got up to see any of the Westlake games to see how they've performed this year. But I am thoroughly impressed, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. And I don't believe the penalty situation is but 2, maybe 3 penalties all game. Todd Dodge has a very disciplined football team.
Gabriel Lozano out to kick it away on this point after, and up the lead to 7 scores if he can get this one through. He does, and with 6:41 to play in the third, Austin Westlake rolling to a 49-0 lead. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
From the day it opened its doors in 1913, Schertz Bank & Trust has been a pillar of the community. Banking has changed dramatically in the 100-plus years since, but one thing that hasn't changed is Schertz Bank & Trust's small-town community bank standards of friendly, personal service with a smile, business and personal loans and accounts of all types, plus all the modern conveniences you need. Schertz Bank & Trust is ready to be your financial institution of choice. Call 210-945-7400 or visit them online at schertzbank.com.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
6 plays, 41 yards, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And Penny Baker has his second touchdown of the day, his 12th of the season, and it's 49-0. Chaparral's in a rout here in this one today. We still have 6:41 to play in the third quarter in the Alamo Dome.
Well, I'm sure Steve Basier will tell you his team certainly hasn't come out and played the kind of game that they're capable of. But right now it's hard to believe that Westlake, I mean, they can beat a lot of teams, a lot of very good teams playing the way they are today.
Lozano will kick it off from left to right. Another short high kick, and it will be fielded by Ellis at the 18, and he gets to the 22, and that's as far as he'll go. So another negative field position start for the Brennan Bears. If they fair catch that, they get the 25, but they want to try to get a little bit more yards, and they didn't get but 4 on the return to the 22, 23-yard line.
Well, Brennan's in desperate need of some big plays, some explosive plays, scoring quick, and one of those is through special teams. But, you know, in the 3 phases of the game, the Chaparrals have just dominated all 3, offense, defense, and special teams so far here today.
Well,
still 6.5 to go in the third.
I think you hit it on the head earlier. They're controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Right.
Jordan Flores will play fake it and look to the right side for a pass, and it's caught by Jordan Smith just shy of the 35.
Good job by the Brennan Bear defense, or offensive line rather, giving Flores all the time he needs to find an open receiver. Jordan Smith having to go down low to grab that one, but first down yardage.
6:15 left in the third. You know, I don't know why this is, but it seems like in every game, high school, college, or pro, the third quarter takes forever to play. There's something about the third quarter. It always is the longest of actual time quarter. A quick line up here with a tight end on the left side. And they send the H-back in motion. The ball's on the ground, but Flores picks it up. Rolling out and firing to no one, incomplete.
Well, I'm glad he was throwing it to no one because no one was open. I mean, really great job by the Westlake Chaparral defensive backfield. There was literally nowhere to go with the football. Timing of the play was completely thrown off with the bobbled snap by Flores, and then he rolls and just has to get rid of the ball.
Second down and 10 coming up for Brennan. True Ellis and Jordan Smith over on the far side. So actually, it's Tolfree on the far side. Smith comes to the near side. And a pass, a flanker screen over there on the right side to Ellis. Dancing along the sideline. Gets out to about the 38, maybe. Maybe they give him the 39. We'll see where the spot is.
That's a nice pickup on second down, excuse me.
And the Bears will try to keep this drive alive on 3rd and 5. Connor Nelson coming in defensively on that defensive line for Austin Westlake. You got to have more than 4. You got to have a rotation of defensive linemen. They're working the hardest on that defense on every play, battling the offensive line on the other team. Another ball on the ground, but Flores picks it up and then fires into coverage over on the far side and broken up by Leo Lowen. It was intended for Jordan Smith on the far side, but Lowen was right there, and especially after that ball was dropped, it was hard to complete that pass with any kind of rhythm.
Couple plays in a row or on this series that they just had some snap problems, and that just throws the timing of a play completely off, discombobulates the quarterback, the receiver on their timing.
Here's the Bentley kick to Sage Luther again, and he'll immediately put up the fair catch and make it at the 26. And the Chaparral offense, which has been very good today, will have another opportunity. Just under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Andy Everett, Jay Riley, Coyle Riggs, glad you're with us on your Saturday afternoon from the Alamo Dome. This is the second of 3 games. Earlier today, Judson was a winner over Reagan, 63-21. And it will be Steele and Brandeis later tonight in the 8 o'clock game on this triple header Friday in the Alamo Dome. They send Baker in motion, flip it to him on the jet sweep to the right, 25-yard line, 30-yard line, out of bounds at the 31 or 2. I think because that pass was flipped, or that handoff was flipped, that actually counts as a reception. If he hands it to him, it counts as a run. But since it left his hands and was in the air forward, that counts as a completed pass. 2nd down and 4 at the 32. There's something else I bet you coaches talk about when you do that. Instead of handing it off, if you flip it, if the guy drops it, it's an incomplete pass and not a fumble.
Absolutely.
Hand off in the backfield, and nowhere to go this time for Crockett. Jackson Crockett trying to get to the line of scrimmage. Jordan Bussey blows that play up, and it'll be a loss back to the 28-yard line, and 3rd and long coming up for Austin Westlake.
Boy, Bussey was in the backfield in the blink of an eye, able to blow that play up in a hurry with some very quick penetration into the backfield. That'll always blow up a play.
Jackson Coker, the lone split end on the left side. Mason Magnum and Penny Baker on the right, and they'll put Brett Kelly over on the left side as a wingback, and I think there's too many guys on the field for the Bears. Another whistle is blown, and there was 12 out there, so this will be an illegal substitution.
He was trying to get off the field.
Dead ball, substitution infraction on the defense, 5-yard penalty.
And instead of it being 3rd and 8,
remains
it'll be
3rd
3rd
down.
and 3.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this head official is not from the Northeast. What do you think?
I think he's homegrown.
I think he is from around these parts.
They'll put Baker and Jackson Coker to the left side and Mangum on the right. 2 backs in the backfield. One of them's Crockett. The other one is Rhett Kelly. And now Taylor Anderson wants to look at the sideline to see what new play they've drawn up here against this Brennan defense on 3rd down and 3. Handoff off right guard, and an easy 1st down for Rhett Kelly. And as soon as they set the change, they'll roll the clock with 3:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. And I'm guessing Brennan would like for it to just keep running, period.
Yeah, they are just grinding it out now and on 3rd downs. And when they need to get a stop and get off the field, Westlake just executes better, controlling that line of scrimmage, opening up holes for the running back to run through. That time Kelly with the 1st down.
4-man front for the Bears. They've been in this defensive formation most of the day, and another jet sweep to Baker. He's in trouble. He's going to have to come back the other way, looking for a block. He doesn't get one, and he gets swarmed under at the 33-yard line for a loss of about 4 or 5. Nathan Aldaco was finally there to knock him down. That's another one of his tackles. He's had 67 coming into the game today and a couple more in this one today.
Well, great closing speed there by Aldaco. It really looked
holding, 7-0 Blue on the offense.
It really looked like Baker had some room, but Aldaco came in and shut that down pretty quickly. Now it turns out it would have not counted regardless.
10 yards, previous spot. Repeat the down.
So instead of it being 1st and 10 at the 37, it'll be 1st and 20 back at the 27-yard line after the 10-yard penalty. And we'll see if the Chaparrals can continue what has been a very good offensive day today despite some penalties here late in the third quarter. And they'll go in the inside handoff to Kelly, and he's going to move forward out to about the 32-yard line. So a gain of 5. Tackle made by Aldaco again. He's been busy. They'll give him the 31. 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. 49-0 Austin Westlake. Running past Brennan. Right now, the only thing that is kind of in doubt is whether or not Austin Westlake's going to give up a score or not. You know, the defense wants to pitch a shutout after struggling a little bit last week in the Clemens game.
Yeah, struggled giving up 14.
Well, 14's, when you're a good defense, that's a struggle. Here's Anderson rolling out to his right. Puts his head down and gets to the 35-yard line. They need to get all the way out to the 47 to pick up a first down. Trenton Bailey was the tackler for the Brennan Bears. And before the Chaparrals snap it again, will be under 2 minutes in the third.
Anderson showed a little bit of speed there. When someone the size of Bailey's chasing you, can run a little faster.
Motivation.
Self-preservation.
Jackson Crockett in the backfield with Taylor Anderson on 3rd down and 12 at the 35. Corner blitz coming, and they come back to the inside handoff. And out to the 38-yard line was Crockett again. Johnny Rodriguez lowers the boom on him before he can get further. And for the second time today, the Chaparrals are going to be most likely forced into a punt on 4th down and 8. Here comes Lozano to kick it away.
Well, Brennan defense, we haven't seen that in a little while since the last drive of the first half, but forcing a punt here by the Chaparrals. Maybe that holding call had a lot to do with it as well.
Toll-free stands inside the 25 to receive this Gabriel Lozano kick. And he'll go with the rugby-style kick. And it will hit at the 30, and it's not returnable as it bounces inside the 20-yard line and will be down right inside the 20, just at the nose of the football on the 20-yard line with 44 seconds to play in the third quarter. And Austin Westlake out by 7 touchdowns, 49-0. The Bears will get their offense back on the field. Starting to get some extra players out there. Javon Grimes is going to be in the game as a running back, looks like, on this series. And I think they've gone to the, let's see if Flores is still out there. He is. He'll hand it off inside. Not much running room for Grimes.
There you go, Blake.
And back to the line of scrimmage is as far as Grimes is able to get there. Actually, he's going to lose a yard back to the 19.
You got to love being able to listen right into the middle of the pile there. We had an incident last week where we caught something on the
referee
mic that probably receiving a letter from the FCC here next week.
Jordan Flores is walking to the sideline. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Austin Westlake adds 2 more scores here in the third, and they lead 49-0 as we head to the fourth. You're listening to and watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Yep, just 2 smart guys saving money at San Antonio's newest auto parts recycling yard, AAA Auto Recyclers. Come check out our new lower prices and large inventory. Be smart and save money at AAA Auto Recyclers, Highway 16 South.
Thomas J. Henry consistently achieves multi-million-dollar results for injured clients. When you've been hurt, call Thomas J. Henry.
free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hi, I'm Joel Dolly, and welcome to the Mission Open Air Market. You'll find acres and acres of bargains on toys, tools, clothing, and we've even got a farmer's market every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. You'll never know what you're going to find, and I'll see you here.
Start of the fourth quarter coming up here from the Alamo Dome. And the Brennan Bears will have second down and 11 at the 19-yard line. 12 minutes to go in the game. And for several of the seniors on this Brennan Bears team, the last 12 minutes of organized football they'll ever play. Some will get to make that move to the next level. But some will end their careers here today. And unfortunately, they're down 7 scores as we go to the fourth. Here's a handoff to Grimes, coming to the right to the 20-yard line and tripped up shy of the 25. Maybe they're actually going to give him the 26-yard line. Doak Wilson makes another tackle from his middle linebacker spot for Austin Westlake. They'll be faced with third down and 4. They got to get to the 30 to pick up the first down. The other tight end, Sam Avilian, is in the game, as is Marquise Niblet Castillo. So they've got 2 tight ends, and they'll send Jordan Smith out to the right side. Now they'll switch one of those tight ends over on the left side. And here we go on a quarterback keeper up the middle for Jordan Forrest. And I think when they made that switch, they didn't have enough guys on the line. This may be an illegal formation against the Bears.
Yeah, that flag came right out at the whistle, so.
You have to have 7 men on the line and 4 in the backfield. There's also an injured Brennan player down around the 32-yard line, so they have
injury timeout.
And we'll see what the flag is in the meantime. So what do you expect in Game 3 tonight? We've had 2 blowout games early today, and now you've got Steele and Brandeis coming up this evening.
Well, obviously anything can happen in a playoff game, but I think Steele and Brandeis are probably more evenly matched than the previous 2 games that we've had tonight. Steele, obviously a legendary program year.
Injury timeout. The penalty was offsides defense, number 92. The gain exceeded the amount of yardage the penalty would gain. Penalty declined. First down.
Yeah,
I love this guy.
We'll sort out. They're going to continue with the injury. We'll come back and have this second down or third down play coming up in just a bit. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Experience Chevrolet the North Parkway at San Antonio's fastest growing Chevrolet store, North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. You'll get low posted prices on over 500 vehicles in stock from the only brand to win J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs, now 3 years in a row. North Park Chevrolet also has over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles, all with low, no-hassle posted prices. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
The injured player was Marquise Niblet Castillo. He walked off the field slowly but under his own power, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line after the penalty. And here's a handoff to the fullback and minimal running yards to the 32 as Gabriel Ramos got his first carry of the game.
Well, you're talking about those seniors. Obviously, Arvello, a senior, Jordan Smith, who's had a pretty nice game so far tonight. He's a senior. We saw Grimes, Javon Grimes, come in. He's a senior. You just don't know what level, if at all, these guys are going to get to play on Saturdays at the next level. But you hope they get in the game, have some fun here today as their last senior game.
Javon Grimes is the I-back. They fake it to him, and heave one. Deep ball, left sideline, incomplete. Flag on the play. Intended for Jordan Smith, and Peyton McDonald was battling for that football and position on the left side, and they're going to get him for pass interference.
Yeah, in the high school and college game, that's a 15-yard penalty. In the pros, that would be spotted the foul. But that's going to be a 15-yard pickup there in the first down, most likely for the Brennan Bears, because it really looked like Peyton McDonald was kind of tugging and keeping Jordan Smith from running away from him.
Pass interference, defense number 17, 15 yards previous spot, by rule, automatic first down.
By rule. That will move the ball out to the 48-yard line, so they're getting closer. They have not run very many plays today in Chaparral territory. Most of their offense today when they've had the ball has been on their side of the field.
And
the referee mic has to be turned off before we can play. They will shift Cody Quisnot to the right side, and here's a run for Grimes, and he's into Chaparral territory down to the 47. Pickup of 5 for Javon Grimes. He's got 5 touchdowns. He's the backup running back to Armani Arvello. He's got more scores than Arvello does and more yards, but Arvello's been the workhorse for the Bears for the most part this year.
And both of them being seniors, Brennan's going to have to find them the next guy up for next season. But Grimes showing some really good power and decisiveness on the couple of times he's got to run the ball tonight.
2nd and 5 from the 47. A couple of fakes and a throw over the middle, and in trouble is Tolfree, who makes that catch.
Wow.
And that pass was thrown dangerously into a whole bunch of traffic, and Tolfree was able to haul it in and get a yard to the 47-yard line. Actually, right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 5 instead of 2nd and 5 after that last play.
Well, Jordan Flores really had no choice but to get rid of that. That took a little bit of time to develop, but Doak Wilson coming in from the defensive back position really forced Jordan Flores to get rid of that ball quickly.
They put Quisnot in motion as a wing on the right. 3rd and 5. And a handoff to Grimes coming right. Looking for a seam. Can't get there. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And that will face Brennan will face 4th down and a couple here. And we'll see if they leave the offense on the field with 8.5 to play and down 49-0.
Well, they're in Westlake territory. It's at the 45-yard line. 8.5 to go. My guess is that Steve Basier wants to have his team experience some success here tonight, and he wants to pick up this first down. 4th and 3, operating from the Westlake 45-yard line.
Gabriel Ramos comes in, and they're going to line him up as an offset fullback to the left, and everybody else is in the pistol. They will hand it to Flores. He'll keep it himself, trying to fight for yards, trying to break one tackle. It does, and he breaks free. 30-yard line, 20-yard line. He's going to score for Brennan. No one wrapped him up at the 40-yard line. He kept fighting for yards, and it's a touchdown for the Bears, and they're on the board with 7:56 to play in the 4th quarter.
And what a lift for the Brennan Bears side of the field. The entire bench started jumping around. The fan base over on the other side started jumping around. And you got to hand it to Jordan Flores. He never gave up. Down 49-0, never gave up on a 4th and 3. Finally breaks through and takes it the distance, 45 yards for a touchdown.
Jordan Swisher will come in to try the extra point for Brennan. High snap. They get it down. And it's good. The holder was Cristobal Olvera, and he made a good play to pull that snap down, and it's 49-7. 7:56 to go in the game. Chaparral still up 42. This is the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now, and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Football fans, if there's one thing we know, it's this. Titles are earned with hard work and dedication. After all, dynasties aren't built in a day. Just like we didn't become the #1 Ram volume dealer in Texas overnight. At Bluebonnet Chrysler Dodge Ram, we're proud to be at the top of our league. Right now, you can get an amazing offer on over 800 Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram vehicles in stock. So head to New Braunfels, the truck capital of Texas, or shop online at bbdodge.com.
The first scoring drive of the first scoring drive of the day for the Brennan Bears is 8 plays and 80 yards, 4 minutes and 48 seconds, and a 45-yard touchdown run for Jordan Flores.
Did you hear Coral? She's got the president of Westlake down there.
All right, we'll get to her as soon as they kick this off here. We'll get the Westlake president on the air with us today. Andrew Bentley is going to kick off for the second time. He kicked off in just a little bit in the third quarter to start the third quarter, and now it's going to be his first time to kick off after a score.
Sage Luther back again. He's a junior. He'll be back. You look over this Westlake roster, they've got a lot of talent coming back. They're going to have to find them a quarterback.
I think they've got a pipeline. They just reload. They don't rebuild. Here's the kick. There's 10 guys within 10 yards and expecting an onside kick. Here it comes, and it's going to be fair caught on a terrific play by Jack Crockett. Let's go down to the sideline and call Riggs.
Principal Ramsey, talk to me about being the principal of this school with this kind of following and this strong of a football team.
I think it's just one of those wonderful experiences. I actually, way back when, was a coach here at Westlake, so I think the community and the support they give, and I think with Coach Dodge and a great bunch of coaches and everything that the coaches do along with our staff daily for our kids, I think kind of gives us an advantage. So it's a great community to be a part of.
How does the football team impact this community?
I think the football team, it gives you something to rally around all during the fall. The longer they play, the better off it seems like the campus. It just kind of gives a shot of energy and enthusiasm to the whole community campus. It keeps everybody involved with one goal, and that's always to do our best, whether we're football, band, cross country, all of our fall sports.
And what is Westlake football all about?
I think Westlake football I was actually talking about one of our school board members who actually coached her son earlier tonight. I really think it's our kids' ability to learn each and every week and kind of adapt on the run. We expect a lot of them in the classroom and the community have pretty high standards, and I think they just see things through repetition, and they also get to play a lot of football. Just saw a young man who's at West Point right now. He started 46 games against backup. Got to see him play 46 games, and now he's out there. And so you get to play a lot of deep runs in the playoffs. It just gives you that advantage of being able to just familiar and also seeing what the playoffs are really about.
Thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
Drew Willoughby in as the backup quarterback for Austin Westlake, and after a penalty, he gets 14 of the 15 yards, close to a first down, so it'll be 2nd and 1 at the 45. More subs getting in the game. They've got Shaz Moman, a junior wide receiver, over on the far side. Actually, they have Ford Elliott. I should say a duplicate number there, so that's Ford Elliott over on the far side. They've got a couple other wide receivers in the game on the far side, and Nicholas is over here on the near side. And here is a handoff in the backfield, and Crockett's trying to break free, but he fumbled the ball. No, he was able to hang on to it, but he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe enough for the first down, though. They're going to say he needs another yard. Tackle was made by Jordan Bussey. It'll be 3rd down and 1, and we're under 7 minutes to go here in the game.
Well, we were talking about reloading. It looks like Drew Willoughby, as the backup quarterback here, being a junior, is likely your heir apparent to the quarterback position starting for next year for the Chaparrals.
He's got the ball. He's going to hand it off inside Crockett again. Short yard and a short run, but enough for the first down as they get across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yep, they are moving the chains. That's just, barely enough to move the chains, but that's all you need is barely enough.
And Austin Westlake, if they can keep it on the ground and run 2 or 3 plays per first down series, a couple of first downs, they'll be under 2 or 3 minutes and won't have to do too much more. Luke Nicholas in the game over on the left side. And we've got a couple other new guys over on the far side. We'll identify them when we get a chance. Here's an inside handoff to Kelly, and he'll get to midfield with a nice run off the right side on a little cross-buck slant play. Give him 4 to the 49, just shy of the 50-yard line. And second down coming up. Ford Elliott, I mentioned earlier. Jake Mish is out there as a wide receiver on the far side. And they've got Luke Nicholas on the left side here. Second down and 7 from the 49. And they'll keep it on the ground with Crockett running to the right side. He doesn't get much. And back to the line of scrimmages as far as he's going to go. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Chaparrals, and they'll be under 5 minutes in the game before they make this 3rd down snap.
Another thing I like about the high school game is most of the fans are still here that were here, even though it's a 49-7 game right now. They have not hit it home.
Rhett Kelly has made a lot of plays today as a running back. He's now the slot receiver on the left side, and they're going to throw a screen out to the left side, and it's on the ground in front of Ford Elliott, incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and this will force another Chaparral punt. But they lead 49-7, and we're under 5 minutes to go in the game, and Gabriel Lozano will kick it away.
Well, previewing the next game, up at 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, right here on KCWX TV2, the Steel Knights and the Brandeis Broncos in second round action. We're going to bring the B team back in for that one. Bobby Stotzenberger and Andy Skelton will have that call, but the Steel Knights and the Brandeis Broncos should be the type of matchup you want to sit and watch.
Here comes a rugby-style kick for Gabriel Lozano. It'll hit at the 15. It'll bounce inside the 10 and go out of bounds at the 8. And if they haven't done anything perfectly, they do something else perfectly with that kick inside the 10 again.
Well, I think very telling for the Brennan Bears, one of the names that has been very quiet tonight is Darion Tolfree. He is an explosive player. He catches it. He runs it. He's got a lot of touchdowns on the year for the Brennan Bears, and we just haven't called his name very often today, and I think that's indicative of the Westlake Chaparral defense game plan. It was to take him out, and I think they've done a good job.
Yeah, he and Jordan Smith, the other wide receiver that's got 50 receptions and 1,200 yards on the year, they've been shut down for the most part. Brennan hasn't been able to throw the ball deep to those guys, and Jordan Flores is backed up to the 7-yard line. He'll take the snap and look over here on the right side, and there's Tolfree with a catch, and he's down the boundary and out of bounds around the 23.
He is a very gifted athlete, very explosive, very athletic, and I think what happened was likely the Chaparrals looked and said, if we can keep him in check, he's their big play guy. Even though Jordan Smith averages 24 yards of reception, which is pretty impressive as well, Tolfree is really an explosive ball player.
Coming into the game, Tolfree had 35 receptions, but he also had 38 carries, I would assume, coming out of that jet sweep offensive line, and they've bottled up both of those plays up. Here's a handoff to Grimes off left tackle, and he'll get out across the 25-yard line.
That's going to take us down to about 4 minutes. They probably won't snap till it's under 4 minutes again. And this game's going to end pretty early. The next game, again, 8 o'clock right here on KCWX TV2, the Steel Knights and the Brandeis Broncos. And we've got a friend of ours that has a young man playing for the Brandeis Broncos, a son.
Yeah.
His last name is Wilson.
Yeah, he does. Pretty good.
He is pretty good.
Here's Jordan Smith. He'll run it on the jet sweep. Out to the 30-yard line and down to the 33. And he'll get to watch today as a parent and not as a coach.
Yes.
I wanted to mention Tolfree again. He's had 424 yards rushing the football this year on 38 carries. He's basically averaging a first down every time he touches the ball on the jet sweep.
Yeah, he's over 11 yards a carry on the jet sweep. And for whatever reason, we just haven't seen them attempt that play very many times today. I really believe that Steve Bazier felt that to win this game, he was going to have to be 60-65% time of possession.
A sophomore wide receiver, Jalen Spells, is in the game on the left side. And running off right over the center is Jordan Flores. A couple of helmets come off. One of them on the Westlake defense. As Max Phillips is going to have to miss a play to put the headgear back on.
And he's a senior. You know that's got to hurt running off the field. He's going to play again next week, though.
Under 3 minutes to go in the game, and it's all Austin Westlake today. 35 points in the first half. They scored on 5 of 6 opportunities. 2 of those were either a special teams or defense. They didn't score right before the half, and they punted twice here in the second half. A handoff goes inside, and a nice run off left tackle for A.J. Clay, and he'll get out to the 43 with 2.5 to go in the game. And Brennan trying to get something to make this score just a little bit more respectable, down 49-7.
Yeah, just, you know, there's no other way to slice it. They've just been completely dominated in all 3 facets of the game today. The offensive line did a great job of protecting Anderson, opening up holes for the running game. The defense was stifling against the Bear offense, and the special teams came up with points.
A play fake for Flores and a deep ball looking for Tolfree. He can't make the catch, and no flag.
Wow. Now that ball well underthrown.
Lucas Myrer was back there in the defensive backfield for the Chaparrals. He never turned around, but that ball is incomplete, and it'll be third and 5 coming up for Brennan here with 1:55 to go in the game.
Not going to make any difference in the outcome of the game, but that sure looked like textbook pass interference there. But Flores also had him a wide open receiver running down the field, and Jordan Smith, I think it was, and just underthrew the football.
Jalen Spells goes out wide to the left. The snap to Flores, and the slant pattern's batted up in the air and incomplete. It stayed in the air a long time, and the Chaps had a couple of chances to pick it, but couldn't get there in time.
Well, I thought Tolfree was going to catch that on the batted ball as well, and he gets spun around and almost spins around and catches the ball.
And Henry Smoker made sure he didn't. It'll be 4th down and 5 with 43 seconds, and the Bears will go for it here because if they turn it over on downs, it's victory formation time for the Chaparrals, and Brennan won't stop the clock anymore.
Neither team has burned a timeout in the second half, nor would they want to.
Snap will come back to Flores. He stands at the 35 and fires to the right side, and it's incomplete. Too far out in front of True Ellis, and that'll pretty much do it for the game. A couple of kneel downs will be all that the Chaparrals need to do to advance into next week's games, most likely against a Valley school. Down to 1:44 to go in the game, and Austin Westlake leads 49-7.
Well, Brennan closing out a really strong season. They battled O'Connor for the 28-6A title in what was a classic matchup. Brennan jumped out, really dominated the first half of the game, and then had to sit back and watch O'Connor make a second half comeback and win the 28-6A title. But Brennan could go toe-to-toe with any of them.
Kirkland Michaud in the game as the quarterback, and his running back is Joe Kinney. Joe Kinney comes up is the running back, and not much running there, just back to the line of scrimmage. We're down to 1.5 minutes to go in the game, and 2nd down and 10. I guess they won't go into victory formation with these younger players getting a chance to do something, but there'll be simple handoffs to end the game. 2 wide receivers either side, the ball right in the middle of the field. Michaud on the quarterback keeper inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. .57 seconds to go. Third down and 6 from the 39 for the Chaparrals. Down to 40 seconds to play, so this technically could be the last play of the game as long as the clock doesn't stop. And They will go inside and trying to break free, but not really going very far is Joe Keeney, and we're under 20 seconds to go in the game, and that's going to do it. Westlake's going to play Edinburgh Vila in the next game, coached by former Jay and Brandeis and Madison coach John Campbell, I'm told.
Okay, I was just looking up the bracket. I did not see if Vela had won that game or not. Do we know where that's going to be yet?
We will have the congratulatory handshake for the two teams down on the field, and final score today is 49-7. We'll come back with more from the Alamo Dome in just a bit. This is the High School Football Showcase, presented by John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Experience Chevrolet the North Parkway at San Antonio's fastest growing Chevrolet store, North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. You'll get low posted prices on over 500 vehicles in stock from the only brand to win J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs, now 3 years in a row. North Park Chevrolet also has over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles, all with low, no-hassle posted prices. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Back in the Alamo Dome, the final score 49-7 as Austin Westlake gets the win. And we'll head down to Coral Riggs as soon as she is ready with Todd Dodge. You know, Todd Dodge built a dynasty in the South Lake Carroll area, then went to North Texas, didn't work out there, and now he's building another one at Austin Westlake.
Yeah, it looks like he just gets to go. You know, his son Riley Dodge, I believe, is head coach at South Lake Carroll now, and having some pretty good success there. You just got to be really impressed with Taylor Anderson and what he did today. It looks like we've got Coral Riggs ready to go with Todd Dodge.
Coach, you've almost doubled your score from last week. How was your offense able to be so explosive throughout this game?
Well, I tell you what, we've got a veteran quarterback named Taylor Anderson. That was, I think, his 33rd career start. We knew that our receiving core as the season went on, we knew it would be a strength of ours. It has been very consistent all year long. We had kind of, had not had a whole bunch of explosives over about the last 3 weeks, and we kind of got back to our explosives. That's kind of what, from an offensive standpoint, obviously our defense played great. Our special teams got a touchdown and a turnover. So, I'm like I said at halftime, I'm just so proud of our players for such a complete game.
You talked about your veteran quarterback. You were also able to throw in some younger guys, some backups. How important is that to have that depth? It's
always important. I hope that we were able to empty the bench and get everybody in because they all deserve to play. Those kids work their tails off during the week, and they never get to play as much as they deserve to. But this is 6A football, it's always a building stone for the time that they're going to be on varsity the next year.
Thank you, Coach. Andy, Jay, back to you.
All right, Coral, thanks so much for everything down on the field today. And the Chaparrals just showed how good they are today. They got the ball rolling early on and rolled to a 49-7 win. And they can look to next week against Edinburgh Vela to try to advance a little bit further.
Yeah, I mean, they get to look to next week. There's half the teams that are playing today aren't going to be playing next week. So congratulations to the Westlake Chaparrals. I really think they have some three touchdowns by Anderson. Just a fantastic day. He was also 12 of 13. I don't have to do that math to figure out that's about 92% completion rate. After going 62% on the year, he just had a great day. Let's look at let's go down to the field, and Coral Riggs has got our player of the game, Taylor Anderson.
Thanks, guys. Taylor, 33rd career start for the Westlake Chaps. How does it feel?
Feels awesome. I feel like I've been playing this game for a long time, and this season means the most to me just because it's my last.
And you threw for 3 touchdowns tonight. How important were those 3 touchdowns to this team?
Very important. With Tripp going out early in the game, we needed a life through our passing game, and I think it showed pretty well.
And you have those guys coming in behind you at quarterback, running back, receivers. How important is it to have that depth?
It's great. I think we have one of the best depth. We go pretty deep in terms of receivers. We have a lot of experience in terms of running backs. A lot of guys that can make plays. It's going to work. It's going to work well for us down the road.
Thank you, guys. Back to you.
Earl, thanks so much. Once again, the final score 49-7. The numbers for Anderson today: he had 12 of 13 for 262 passing. And he was able to throw it to a whole bunch of guys. Mason Magnum caught a couple, and Rhett Kelly was able to rush for 5 yards in the game, as well as catch some passes. Jackson Coker scored a touchdown on the pass, a couple of those, and then also blocked a kick and got the scoop and score after the block.
Yeah, it was just an overall fantastic performance by the Westlake Chaparrals. They spread the ball around to different receivers. They ran the ball with different guys. They played great defense. They played great special teams. I mean, it shouldn't come as any surprise that they won the football game. I think the Brennan Bears kind of ran into a buzzsaw today of a team that's really clicking on all cylinders.
Well, you could see early on in the game that the key with this was going to be the offense and defensive lines. And although there were some holes at times for Brandeis to run through, they adjusted quickly, and the trenches were definitely won all game long by Austin Westlake.
Yeah, control of the offensive line is control of the game, and Austin Westlake controlled that on both sides.
All right, 49-7, the final score. We got another game coming up in about an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock, the Steel Knights and the Brandeis Broncos will get it on right here in the Alamo Dome. Again, the B team coming back, Bobby Stotzenberger and Andy Skelton coming in to broadcast that game for you. We've got
391 yards of total offense for Austin Westlake to 184. Brennan with the 2 first-half turnovers put them even further behind the 8 ball, and they only had 116 yards rushing today and 184 for the game.
Well, we got to get to a player of the game segment here. I think it's hard to argue with Anderson from Westlake.
Yeah, Taylor was terrific today. As I mentioned, you throw the ball 13 times and complete 12 of them. I don't even remember the incomplete pass, so he was 12 of 13.
Where was that one? Oh, remember we said something about he threw it to nobody and nobody was open. I think that was the one. But congratulations to Taylor Anderson, a spectacular senior year, and now a spectacular day in the second round of the playoffs, and he is our John Wayne Player of the Game. And to keep up with at johnwayne.com, and there's going to be a Player of the Week. And if you chose Taylor Anderson, you will have a John Wayne Player of the Game cap, and you'll be entered for a chance to win a $25,000 home makeover.
Well, since we picked him, do we get to be in that drawing?
I think we're eliminated at this point, but thanks for asking.
We'll come back and wrap things up in just a bit. It's the High School Football Showcase presented by the John Wayne Service Company on KCWX TV.
Experience Chevrolet the North Parkway at San Antonio's fastest growing Chevrolet store, North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. You'll get low posted prices on over 500 vehicles in stock from the only brand to win J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs, now 3 years in a row. North Park Chevrolet also has over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles, all with low, no-hassle posted prices. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
There's no need to wait in line for this deal. Hi, Don Rackler with the John Wayne Black Friday deal. Buy a 16-SEER comfort system and get instantly upgraded to an 18-SEER system. Plus, you'll get a John Wayne Smart Home Kit, which includes a video doorbell, thermostat, and a security camera. Get all this right now with no money down, 0% interest, and no fees. Call John Wayne right now and I'll throw in a 65-inch smart TV for free. Call John Wayne today at 293-6700.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kellum with KellumConnectMD.com. How can I make you feel better today?
There was a time when doctors made house calls. They do again at KellumConnectMD.com. Non-emergency illness? Simply go online to KellumConnectMD.com. In minutes you can book an appointment and see a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home or office. Your life is busy enough. Don't spend it at the doctor's office. Get medical care online and on time at KellumConnectMD.com.
The following program contains dangerous stunts that should not be reenacted and mature material. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh!